Howdy, 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 guys. How is it going? This is something a little different and very, very, very early. For me, anyways, as I tend to stream a lot earlier than I'm currently doing right now. So this should be interesting to find out what's going on. Yeah, so, anyways, it looks like everything is set up and going well. I just had to wait for that. My monitor to catch up. My monitor being my old mobile phone off to one side. I'd leave it on in the background just to make sure I hear all of my sounds, and I'm sounding good, hopefully. And I've got all the balances and stuff as well. So it's a bit of a budget setup, and there's a hell of a delay, but it does the job. And actually, sometimes I've noticed when I do raids, or other people do raids, or I do raids, whichever one it is, and when I know it's gone through, but then waiting for the next thing to go through, and like literally just seeing what's happening. So yeah, that's that's something I do notice. So yeah, so this is the first stream I've done like this since, well, for a while actually. I do, as my regular viewers will know, I am a photographer by trade, and as creative and as wonderful as I can be sometimes, I do lack certain skills. Primarily singing. Singing is probably the skill that I wish I had the most, and sadly lack. But I enjoy it, and so I still do it, and I still enjoy doing it. And yeah, so that's that. The other skill that I would love to have, but don't have, is art. And when I say art, I mean sort of drawing, painting, all that kind of stuff. It's one of the reasons why I became a photographer, is purely so I could actually get my views and my kind of ideas out there. But I can manipulate the images a lot better than I could actually just draw. And I know it's something that comes with practice. And it's something when I was younger, I was kind of good at, and then I kind of just do stick insects, or stick men for a very, very long time. So yeah, I did that for quite some time. And then all of the skill, the years I should have been practicing is sadly, is times when it just didn't work out. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, if you guys had watched the title or the stream, you would know that I want to make some more emotes today. And so far, all of the emotes that I've used, I've basically made. And hang on. So I'm just trying to sort out this this top-down view. So yeah, currently the top-down view is what I'm going to be showing you. So yes, so as you can see, a lot of what I've been doing has just been sort of manipulating stuff and then creating things. Unlike these is like these are the ones that I basically started on. And I had this little winky face, and I tried to add a camera to the front of it. And then I had my GG, which is my current favorite one. It was the last proper one that I did. And I took the idea from this guy down here. But what I did is I kind of traced the outline and then kind of modified it and went for as much as I could to make it more like me. So, you know, if you've got the money, definitely hire a proper artist to do this. But right now, I'm not in that position. So I'm going to try and do the best that I can. Ooh, it decided to open it for me. That was nice of it. That was awfully nice of it. So now you can see the design that I originally went for. So I want to try to go for a new one. And I'm looking to potentially get something like this hello, but then the eyes are just way out there. So, you know, it's like, what can I do with my silliness? So I'm thinking maybe something like this with the full face, because it is the idea was trying to find something with a beard, something that I could actually go for. So yeah, and obviously this is a really, really, really tiny losing my words now. Like a really tiny representation, because naturally they're going to be yay big. If you look at that bottom one there, that's how big it's going to go. I'm really hoping that my little computer can actually handle all of this, because as you can see, I've got my webcam on so you guys can see me. I've got a top-down cam above me, which is, you know, this guy here. Hello, you. Hello. And then obviously running Photoshop is a stressfulness. But then you've got OBS on top of that with all of the things running around and yeah, doing all that kind of stuff. So I'm curious to see just how much my poor little computer can actually handle. But yes, so it's going to be an interesting one. I'm curious to see how many people are going to actually be watching this. So I say we copy this one here. Let's go for the rectangular tool, and I'm going to copy. Actually, no, let me get a decent chunk now. So I'm going to go for that much. I'm going to do copy, and then I'm going to go to new, and I'm going to open up a new file. Go for 1000 by 1000. That's how many pixels I tend to go. So it's 1000 width and 1000 height. This gives you a nice square image, and a good thing to start with because obviously you're going to be shrinking these images down to, especially for like Twitch emotes, the largest one is going to be 112 pixels. The smallest is, I think it's 28, and that's 28 squared. So there's not many. So we're literally supersizing what these ones are. So do Control V to paste our little face back on there, which is kind of where we're going with this. And we're going to transform. We're going to free transform. Hold down the Shift button. Or actually, I did that a little bit wrong. So hold down the Shift button, and it will keep its proportions. But if you hold down the Alt button as well, and you take both up, you can actually stretch the whole scene as a square. So that way it will go up and out, both on top and on the bottom. So it's handy when you want to fill out a square. So we want to fill out this square. What I don't want to do this time around is chop off the top of my head, because that's something I did do with the last one. So this could be a first design, actually, a basis from it, and just to get the proportions right. Like, obviously, learn the proper way of doing this. Do try to do it rather than just tracing, because yeah, it's better to have that skill. You know, it's one less step you have to do. But if you're going for something proper, I would say print it out, draw it, sketch it, do what you need to do, and then slowly trace it out. And you know, so you've done it proper on the format you can. Like me, I'm a lot better with pen and paper than I am with, say, a stylist. But you know, I'm going to be learning this, and I'm going to try my best to try and get this down. Hey there, Brain Dead. How is it going? I'm here, but I can't hear you because I'm listening to another talk. That is okay. If you do me a favor, can you test something for me while you're there? Hang on. No, you can't hear me, can you? So, where am I going? I'm typing completely in the wrong place. There we go. Could you do me a fave and type exclamation mark and lurk in the chat, please? Because I tried to set up some thingies. LURK, I think that's correct. Yeah, so thank you. Hi there, by the way. You can't hear me. I know you can't hear me, but you know, that's the thing. So anyways, let's get back to the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new layer. And then basically, I'm just going to take a soft brush. Hang on, did I change these? No. Okay, we've got a nice top brush. I can look. I regularly look. Exclamation mark LURK. Oh, the test worked. There we go. Oh, okay. Kinda. A stream about doing stock photography. That does sound like fun, actually. Hopefully it is doing a good thing. But yeah, so that definitely needs some thingy. Nice. We'll have to check it out later. Right, so anyways, let's get back to what we were doing. The plan for today was literally just to get this going. So I'm going to get the rough outline. So I'm going to go take the brush down. So I'm going to be using the closed appendices, which is just up here in this neck of the woods here. I've just noticed my chat is totally going to cover. Yeah, my chat is all over there now. So maybe what I need to do is let's go to studio mode and bring this up now. No, not that. You can stay exactly where you were. It's that bit. So I need to go to, yeah, I need to go there. I need to go GoPro. Why GoPro's there? Look like that. You there. I don't know why you come out like that. That's a very annoying amount there. But yeah. Transfer. Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, screw it. You want me to have a look? And that's cool. I've seen work now. Yeah, screw it. That's doing it. Right, so let's get out of that view and let's turn off the preview. We don't need the preview. It is nothing we need right now. And yes, we need to get back onto what we're doing. Let's go. I've seen it work now. So, anyways, let's get, as I said, let's get back on here. So we are going to go down to this layer here, and then we're going to bring down the opacity, so that way we can see it in the background, but we won't do it. Okay, we'll go back to activation now. Thank you. Nice. Images. Image there. Brain dead. Right, that's brain. And yeah, let me do another one. So that, shout out at Brain Dead. And if you guys want to check out Brain Dead's work, you can definitely check him out on here. He is kicking it with Smell right now. Right, so let's go back over to here. I can't see. Oh, we've got 5 viewers. Wow. Okay, that's more than I was expecting. I was not expecting that many. But it's always nice to have. Flip with an F. Oh my god, you're 2 followers away from 200. Wow, congrats. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm literally only 2 away from 100. My hope, my prayer is that I would complete it before the end of the year. But yeah, basically, I ended up getting a few yesterday. I wasn't even on. Like, I wasn't even streaming. I was just watching other peeps. I was chatting around. Ended up taking part in a couple of raids, which was always fun. I always love raiding. So I feel like a Viking. It's like, oh. But yeah, no, we are really close. So thank you so much for checking in. How's your day going, anyways? Flip with an F. I hope that you are having an amazing day, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, you're smiling and you're happy. And yeah, doing good. This was what I hope. We will get there, though. We will get there. I hope. So yeah. So what's been going on? Like, because obviously, I met you in, was it Avravi? Avravi. Oh, thank you. It's my own account, so one more. Flip with an F. A massive appreciations. I'm assuming that is the double account there. Interesting. Do you know my brother's nickname is also Flip? It's always fun to hear. One more to go. We can do it. Who is going to be my 100th follower? That's going to be like a landmark thing. Definitely. I've got my book. Granted, it's my skinny gym book from when I'm working out, which I haven't actually done yet today. I started at the beginning of the lockdown in England, and yeah, I've actually got quite far. You know, from the skinny. Well, originally I was a very skinny boy, hence the name Skinny Boy, or Skins, as my brothers called me. And yeah, then I got really fat because I was eating loads, and then I was like, no, I need to work out now. Spending all my time in front of a computer, so I was like, okay, commitment, let's do this, let's do that hard work. And yeah, like, when was it, the first date in here? The 14th of May, and it's now all the way up to the 16th of November, so today is the next day. But massive appreciation now. Thank you so much for being my 99th follower. That is epic. So massive appreciation. And yeah, you know, who knows, maybe we'll get the 100 on this stream. I hope so. We just got to see what's going on. I got to see who is out there. So where was we before? Yeah, hang on. Yes, so what was I doing? So I'm gonna go back because it looks like, yeah, see, I did little white marks. Let's undo those and undo. I always forget because I've been using Max for so long. Yeah, come on. I've been using Max for so long that I've forgotten a lot of the keyboard shortcuts for right, Shift. Yeah, Shift, Control, and Z. Shift, Control, Z. You know what? I haven't even started this layer. Oh, and it's because it's on the bottom layer. That's why. Right, so Shift, Control, Z. So let's get rid of that because we don't need that one. Oh no, we've been drawing on this one. Oh no. Should we just paste that back on again? We don't do it. I flip with an F. Okay, I'm back. Don't know if you noticed, but there is an A between the F and my name. Flip with a F. Hang on. Let me just double check this. Flip with a F. Flip with a... Flip with a... Flip with a censored word. Is that where we're going from here? No. In. Oh, sorry. Philip. Oh, sorry. My dyslexia combined with the fact that my brain actually it sometimes it reads the first word. Have you seen those little charts where they put the first letter and the last letter correct, but they mix up the bits in the middle? So basically, just say they put the words, follow, and it has F at the front and it has W at the end, but all the rest of the letters are correct. They're just in the wrong order. My brain can read that like straight through. It's like no issues, but you can really slip me up like super easy. So I apologize, Philip. And yeah, it's something I've got to get used to. I've got to get used to say like, because I don't know. There's a friend of mine that I follow, Rebel. She is a drag queen. Does a lot of great streams. Actually, definitely worth checking out if you want to do. And on Sunday she does a like a mental health stream. But at the end of all of her streams, hello, your ears are definitely burning. Hello, you. Yeah. So look, I sorted out some of my codes yesterday, so I can now do this. Oh no, it would help if I was ticking on the right thing, wouldn't it? Oh, let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. At RH, and then click there. You've been lurking, you beautiful, beautiful human. So definitely check her stuff out. But yeah, I've forgotten what I was saying now. Damn it, completely out of it. Yeah, I was in her stream, and what was it? Yeah, and at the end of the stream, she was doing a marbles on Steam. Marbles on Steam, marbles on Twitch. I honestly can't remember. I haven't done it so. But she can just read the names like bang, 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 and I'm like amazed. Like like they're jumping off of the board, and you're paying homage, like pressing F to mourn, as I'm not even finished reading the thing. So like dude, that is sick. And I'm still sitting there like I'm calling Philip with an F, but it's not Flip with an F, it's Philip with an F. And yeah, it's just my brain, it works. Marbles on Steam, there we go. Words are my thing, numbers on the other hand. See, dyslexic. I'm pretty much completely the other way around. Or I used to be until I got older, and then I stopped being able to do numbers good as well. So yeah, I was not doing amazing on that one. But we all improve. It's one of those things. If you don't use it, you lose it. And so what I need to do is I need to start reading more. I need to start getting more into books and obviously like presenting and doing a performance. As I do like to think a Twitch show is a bit of a performance, and I get so much enjoyment out of coming and chatting and talking with all of the people. It is a problem, must be. I thought the people just say Flip. Yeah, no, as I said, my brother's nickname is Flip. So for me, my brain kind of straight went to Flip. And it could have been Flip AF, so Flip as fuck. And then it was like Flip with an F. And then I was like, hang on, that. And then obviously you corrected me, so a massive, massive appreciation for that one. I recognize those emotes. Was it a stream? Small world. I love it. Oh, yeah, no, we were on a beautiful raid journey yesterday. I just come off of a Zoom call with my juggling club because, I'm a bit of a juggler. And I came off that and I saw Rebel was streaming. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go in, going to say hello. And then we ended up raiding a beautiful lass from Norway called Avi. See, here we go with the names again. Oh, I need to stop typing into Photoshop. That is not how you do these things. Can I? No, I can't do shout out to people who aren't in my chat. This is what I'm discovering. Okay, learning the codes now. I've put in the commands like shout out, which is the SO, and lurk. I've activated them now, so they work. This is very much a learning process, and I'm firing blind basically most of the time. I see something cool, and I'm like, how do you do that? And then frantically try to find the right combination of words on Google or YouTube. To go, how do you do this? How do you do that? And obviously, like, there's different stream elements, stream labs, stream everything. So it gets very, very, very confusing. So, Hayes. Hello? Was that Mile? Elise Mile. Or is it Lise? Oh, Mile. I'm not quite sure. Hello, and welcome to the MSC. Welcome to this beautiful, crazy little world of ours. And yeah, I'm getting lots of attention today. I'm not used to so much attention. So that would be. I've still got my emotes on from Halloween. So when someone follows or subscribes or whatnot, you get this like creepy sound. And I thought I heard this creepy clinkily sound. You're making your own emotes? Yes. Yes, I will be. I'm using this as a stencil, and then I'll be working on there. But anyways, so the crinkly crankly sound is coming from the background. I've got Linus Text Tips in the background, and he's opening up a graphics card, and the crinkly crinkly sound is making me think of that claw. Hopefully at some point, because we are sitting. I don't know if any of you guys fancy it or not, but we are sitting at 99 followers currently. 99. We are literally on the precipice. But I keep getting distracted, and it's all this love, all this attention is like, I don't know. It's slightly. What am I using? It just keeps distracting me, and I'm loving it. Right. So anyways, we are making emotes. We've got a baseline down here. So this is one. I had a little look around and tried to find images of a bald guy with a beard as a starting point, because we have to start somewhere. And this is the closest one I've got to finding it. Obviously, he's probably not bald, but he is. I don't know. He's got a beard. So the rough idea here is I'm going to go through, and for some reason that is not. Why is this not coming out? Oh, because my opacity is 10%. So if you hit a quick little shortcut on Photoshop is if you use the numbers at the top of the pads. How much can you guys see this? Hopefully you guys can see my keyboard and my stylus. Yeah, so your numbers at the top, they actually to do with your opacity. So if I press 0, I'll get 100%, or I should get 100%. Why is that? Okay, what's going on? Oh, that's because my fill layer is at 10% as well. Right, there's so many little bits and pieces here. So, as you can see, we've got our opacity. Let's take our opacity up to 100%. And now, as you can see, if we do 100%. If I do 50, we'll be at... Whoa. What is going on today? This is very odd. Very, very, very odd. I feel like everything is going a bit south. So let's undo all of that lot. But yes, so then we can take the opacity down to say 32%. I'm just grabbing that at random. And you'll notice it's a lot more transparent. And then if you go over it again, it crisps over. So this is a great way. Semi-lurking while tidying up the stream room. Long overdue. Yeah, sometimes you do need to have a bit of a cleanup. Because I'm doing a top-down view, I actually did do a bit of a cleanup. So you can see my pusscat underneath my desk. And I've gotten rid of like the hundreds of coffee cups. That is thingy. I've only got me one Starbucks mug. But yeah, we're leaving that all to the side. So, anyways, let me stop getting distracted and try to work out, preferably, top-down camera is very satisfying. It's the first time I'm doing it. Literally, this is the first time I'm doing it. This is my old webcam up there. And I just wanted to get it down and working right. So, I'm just curious why these keyboard shortcuts are not doing quite the thing I want them to do. Which is a bit odd. I seem to be affecting the flow. And I don't quite know why. Okay, yeah, here we go. So apparently I need to press shift. My things have switched. So my shift is on, basically. Anyways, so we are making emotes. So I'm just going to sort of do the outline, a vague, rough outline. Actually, because I've got my big ears with my holes in, I'm going to go straight away. I'm going to go around, and I'm going to add a little blowge. Blowge? What's a blowge inside home? To there. And I'm going to basically just kind of bring this down. And I'm then going to... Remember, this is completely a vague idea. So we're just getting the rough shape, and as Bob Ross always says, there's no mistakes, there's just happy little accidents. And got your eyeball, and then down, around, into the beard, and then back out the other side. Sadly, what I have done is I've made it a bit too tight, and there is such a thing as too tight on these things. So, it is going to be what it's going to be. So, yeah. So basically, I've got sort of me rough shape with me ear, which is always nice. What the next thing I tend to do, because that's the basic outline, then I would probably go and continue with the thing. I'm considering making my own emote, but I'm terrible at one. See, look, this, I am exactly the same. I am literally exactly the same. That's why I've got this stencil going on. I'm basically going to be tracing the rough idea. And, you know, I found sort of a pack and I was like, okay, we need to start somewhere. And I do have some great artist friends, but because I'm also, like, I'm a photographer by trade, I know what it's like being an artist. I know it's skin, and I feel so bad going, hey, can you do this thing for me? By the way, I'm skin. So, you know, it's like you want to pay your way. And something that an ex-girlfriend of mine once told me is, you know, why spend money when you can do it yourself? You know, and it's all about time. If you got lots of time but no money, you use that time to learn how to do the thing. If you've got no time but loads of money, then you pay someone else to do the thing. And yeah, that's basically where I live. I live in that little zone of being an artist for far too long, and basically not being able to afford too much. But then when I do get the money, I always try to support who I can when I can. But, you know, lockdown and all that does not happen. So, yeah, so we're literally, I'm just going to trace these. That's going to be a very wonky tooth. Very wonky tooth. So, let's go there. And I'm gonna just add some teeth because like, I'm typical that English stereotype. I don't have the best teeth in the world. But, you know, it's going to work. So I'm just going to go for like a vague outline. I'm trying to remember how I did my ear in the other one. So yeah, so we're literally doing a very, very, very rough outline of everything. So let's get the eyes in. And okay, so we're literally just gonna take the elements basically of this. And let's turn off that background layer and see, it looks absolutely terrible. It does look pretty bad. But this is where we're gonna start from. You know, so we've got the vague outline because obviously you don't want to use someone else's work, but you can use it as inspiration. And this is just really using it for inspiration. And oh no worries, Philip. Thank you so much for the follow. And yeah, being the number the 99. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. But I do need to change that feels bad, man. It feels bad. Yeah, that's going to be sitting there. So, do you know what? I think that's supposed to activate an emoticon or an emote. I think. I could be wrong. But I don't want it to feel bad. I don't want anyone to feel bad. I want people to feel happy and loved and wanted on the stream. Lurk or no lurk. So we should probably pop in and actually see if we can change that. So is it CloudBot? Yeah, it is CloudBot. Come on. Look, there we go. Right, so let's edit that. So yeah, it's supposed to be whatever that feels bad, man. Right. You're one follower away from 100. Yes, I am. I'm exactly one follower away from 100. It's gonna be kind of tense. It's definitely going to be kind of tense to work out who is it going to be. I've got a pen. I've got a pen and a piece of paper from my gym book, which has been cataloguing my gym work since the lockdown started, because I am very much a skinny boy. Oh my god, I just looked at my screen. That looks terrible on there, doesn't it? Right, oh, what? How do I do this? Feels bad, man. I don't want feels bad, man. I do not want feels bad, because that'd be bad. This amazing person, PERSON person. Right, so I'm just going to go username there. Let's go. Is being amazing and now lurking. They will be missed. And then I'm going to go that, and then that. So the next person that lurks will hopefully... Right, so anyways, let's get back to it. So we're gonna turn that layer back on. And what I did do, if I can hopefully find it. Right, so open recent. Please tell me it's there. Because it's gonna be one of those. Right, so overlays, about me, heart, subscribe, rating, greenie, skins and beards. There we go. So basically this little chart here, and I know it looks silly now because it's all zoomed in, but what I did is I made a skin chart. And so it had like a light skin there, sort of the darkest shade there, and then like a darkest, and then obviously the same for the beard. So I'll pop that over there and make this one kind of small. Let's zoom out a tad. So what you can do is I want to take a brush and then press Alt, and then Alt is basically brings up the eyedropper tool, so that allows you to select that as a color. And then I come back to this one. I'll get a new layer. I'll get a nice big brush. And yeah, I'm just using the open parentheses, I believe it is called, to paint on the brush. Practice some coding stuff, so semi-lurking here as well. Oh, no worries. That is all perfectly good. You know, at the end of the day, you guys need to... Hang on. Why is this so... Oh, it's my smoothing down, apparently. Ooh, this is not working quite right. Why are you not working right? Gonna be a day for it. When I oh, that's why, because I'm on the pencil, apparently. I don't want to be on the pencil. I want to be on the regular brush. There we go. There we go. So are you... Well, I don't want to disturb you while you're coding, but I hope that whatever it is you're coding, you're having fun and enjoying. Got a few friends of mine that are coding. One's going for a new job, and they're having an absolute pain of a time when it comes to sorting out all of the test questions. Is the best way I can describe it. Right, so yeah, so we've got the skin layer, and I know it looks like a big giant blob, but if we drag that below, you can see that now we've covered all of the areas. So now it's a case of take the eraser tool, which is under the E, as long as I'm under the correct E. Yeah, as I said, I'm used to my Mac. I'm much more used to my Mac and the shortcut keys there. So I'm still getting used, because I still use my Mac for my editing. But it cannot handle streaming. So anyway, so we're going to be building this up slowly but surely. I know it looks like absolute arse right now. So I'm curious to see where this goes. But it's basically, so you splurge it on, and then you just take it out of the places where you don't want it. Was downloading a package while I was watching, so now I'm back at it. You're back at the lurking, or back at the coding, or back at the watching of more. Right, so yeah, so we basically, so we just filled in the skin. This to me is just an easier way of, actually, do you know what? You don't need to, you can just keep building up the layers. Is what you can do. You don't need to be as pedantic as I'm being. Because what we could do is we can go over to here. We could choose Alt. We can grab that brown. I don't know why that's not doing it. Come on. Oh, because I'm on that. Right, let's go brush. Let's go there. Let's go to the B. And let's go back to our chart here. We do another layer. And let's bring this tool down a bit. Okay. Is that the right brown? I'm just wondering, is that the right brown? Let's make sure we get the right brown. Because we don't want to screw it up now. Oh yeah, so it is. So let's just fill in the beard. So we fill in the beard. Okay, that. Do you know what? It's not worth doing it that large because there's more work. Just more work. Don't give yourself more work. You know, you might as well just use the right tool for the right job, and yeah, and it will work out. Right. So we're just gonna fill in this beard. And I know it looks terrible right now. I'm not an expert. I'm not an artist, or not in this sense, anyways. But what you get better. You learn. This is the like if you want to see how the last one turned out, I'll throw it up in the chat. So let's have a little look. So this was the last one, and this is how it came out. And I know it doesn't look that great. Well, I'm really pleased. I'm really proud of it. That was the first emote that I made that I was super proud of. I made my first free when I became an affiliate. And you know, it was all right. It was all right, but they lacked personality. They lacked a lot of personality, if I'm honest. And yeah, I originally got them from an app called Bitmoji. and I basically sent them to myself, and I did a similar thing. I sent them to myself, I put them into Photoshop, and I tried to trace them and tried to draw around them, and yeah, that was them. But there's a lot to learn. What I discovered is that because the emojis themselves are really small, you can't have a lot of detail. You've got to make them very obvious, like giant eyes, giant expressions. There's no subtlety, not at all. Right, so where is my outlayer? There's my outlayer. It does help. I'll give you a big tip if you're using Photoshop. It does help to name the layers. B-E-A-R-D, and then we're gonna have skin. Okay, so we've got our layers there. So let's actually, while we're here, let's clean up. What are we on? We're on the brush, the eraser brush. So let's go and erase the excess over here. Okay, so this is the current outline. And think of it like one of my partners does watercolors a lot, and basically what she does is she will draw what she's doing, then use the watercolors to paint it on, and it gets all splooshy, and then she uses what they call a fine liner, which is basically like a really fine felt tip pen, goes around the outline and then reshapes it. So it's kind of like the structure, the structure of what was there, and just put that back in again. But so that's kind of what I'm doing here, except I'm keeping that fine line on the top layer. And what I'll do is I will tidy up as we go. I will make that tidier. And I'll probably end up completely erasing the outline, and by the end kind of do the whole thing all over again. But you see how just tidying up that little curve? A little spot there as well. Don't know what that spot's doing. But yeah, obviously these little extra bits, I should tidy up, but I will get the basic principles down, and then I will work on the rest. Right, so inside the mouth, I think, is sort of the next bit. We're going to keep... Actually, where's the skin? Let's have a little look over there. So yeah, this is going to be a work in progress, guys. Do not expect perfection on the first time round. And there's a photographer that I follow called Peter McKinnon, and he lives by a saying, and that is done is better than perfect. And that's basically where we're at. So if we hold Alt and then click on this one, it will take off all the other layers apart from the one that we selected. So that's where we started. So let's bring your opacity back up to 100. So this is where we kind of started. And that's where we're at the moment. So clearly we've still got our eyeballs to sort out. We've still got our mouth to sort out. We've still got a lot of detail on the beard. And, oh, I didn't know it did that. Ha! I learned a new trick today on Photoshop. If you hold Alt and click a layer, it will zoom in and fill the frame with that layer. There we go. We learned. But here's with there. We're still on the eraser tool. Yeah, I just noticed that little bit up there. So let's get rid of that bit. And yeah, if you hold Alt and scroll, what is going on there? I feel like I did something really dodgy in this one. Let's go back. No. It was still there. So we're still on the eraser tool. We are on the beard. So let's take off that excess. I thought we already did this. And then that bit at the top. So we're going to get it in the lines. So I was never very good at making sure I keep everything in the lines. So I would say we've got the outline. I'd say we do the mouth next, I'm thinking. So let's do a new layer. And what we can do, let's go. We need to get our brush back. Let's go for this color here, and that will hopefully give us a nice color for the tongue. Actually, John, we should probably go for the black first. So let's draw the tongue in, which from what I remember is you kind of do like a lump and then another lump. And yeah, maybe do we put in the tonsil? Would that be a bit crazy? That may be a bit much actually. So let's go for this one. Hang on. Right, we want to keep the outline on a separate layer. Remember that, guys. I know it sounds silly, but the more layers you have, the more you can manipulate the thing later. So let's call this mouth, M-O-U-T-H. And yeah, then we want to add another layer And got T-O-U-N, tongue color, C-O-L-O-U-R. No, I'm just... sometimes I do wish that I could just type it in. T-O-U-N-G, tongue color, C-O-L-O-U-R, bish bash bosh. And what you can do is you can group them together. So you can actually select both of them, press Control G, and that will put it into a group. So then you can turn on, turn off. But then what you can do is change that. So M-O-U-T-H. So we put mouth there. And where we go? Tongue color. We're going to put that below the mouth because that's the outline. Oh, that's not. It's not the mouth. It's the tongue, isn't it? T-O-U-N-G. So tongue. Double click. Tongue outline. Yeah. So I know it sounds very pedantic, and if you're only working with a couple of layers, that's perfectly fine. But me not knowing as much as I would really like to know, yeah, we are going to sort of try to do our best to keep it nice and organized. So we've got the tongue outline. We want the tongue color. We've got this sort of tone here. But these are colors I kind of like sporadically chose. Not completely sporadic, but you know, I kind of just tried to make him sensible, like a sensible selection. And I saw some other emotes and some other cartoon characters and just sampled them. I saved the image, and then I open up a new document, and I did basically what I've been doing so far, and that's the pressing the Alt, clicking on the color you want, and then basically going to this new document, scribble it on, and then you've got this color palette. So now that's for my skin, and that's for my beard. So that way I can, and that's another way, a good way of keeping a consistent color. So if you start off and go bish bash bosh, that rain. Oh yeah, it is rain. Right, so this is where we are at. Right, what was I doing? Yes, I was doing the mouth, wasn't I? So let's keep the tonsils going. So we go into there. Sweet. So now that's looking a bit more juicy, a bit more sort of in line. Right, so I am thinking. Right, so we've got the skin. Right, so what I would suggest is have 2 layers for each layer. I know that may sound silly, but for the skin, for example, I'm going to call this one shadow. And I'm going to put these guys together in a group. So I use Shift. Excuse me. I use Shift and click on the first one, and then press on the last one. If you're doing only one extra, you can just press Control, but I do Shift because then I can click the first one and the last one, and it joins all the ones together. So I do those 2. Control G or Command G if you are on a Mac. And yeah, so now I've got this second layer now inside of here called shadow, and I'm going to make sure it's on top because now I'm going to go to this color here. So this is the second skin color. So that's what we've done the first skin color with. This is what we're doing the second skin color with. So now I'm going to go over to my little chart, and I'm going to basically do a nice round row like that. That was a bit crap. Right, let's choose a larger one, and let's go over the top. Try to keep it nice and smooth. I'm kind of basically going to do this. Then tidy up the edges. So, and right, so this is basically what I did last time, and I kind of winged it. I did kind of wing it. So, I kind of do look like I've been dropped on my head as a baby, though. I don't know. Yeah, the curvature is a bit tricky. From what I've been told, the larger your tablet, and then you can do like a nice smooth fitting. And that crashed. I don't know. Oh no, it hasn't crashed. It's just I was standing really still. And yeah, so yeah, so you want to do a nice big smooth swirl like this. And sort of the smaller the tablet, the harder it is to do that swirl or that movement. But you know, this one was the medium bamboo Wacom. This was actually given to my partner for a Christmas present, and then it stopped working on her computer. So I actually swapped her my version, which had a detachable wire, and then that did work on her laptop. What it was is that her USBs were basically dying, and yeah, she used the fresh one, but now that laptop pretty screwed. So anyways, I kept the ear in to see if that would actually hold, but sadly it doesn't really do what I want it to do. So we're going to get rid of that, and then we're going to go back to our brush tool. So it should still have the same color. I'm going to bring the sizes down a bit, and then I'm going to basically do a very similar pattern over those bits. Yeah. So I'm following the same as my skull, and then I'm going to. Oh no! What am I doing? Why am I pressing the E tool that many times? And I swear they've added more. They've added more tools in the last version. So I just want the normal erasure tool. Okay, and then it's probably good to zoom in now, if I'm honest. Let's zoom in, and so I am going to basically take that off there. Take that off there. And basically, so you're going to take away the bits that are on top, because obviously that's you don't have a shadow above and below. That just wouldn't make any sense, would it? But hopefully this will work quite well. So that should give me the shadow under the ear. Okay, and here's where the magic happens. You see your fill button? You can drag this down, and it just takes it to a much more subtle way, giving almost a three-dimensional look, like it's curving around. And that's what we're aiming for. But we're not there yet. We're nowhere near there yet. We also, one thing we didn't take on from our original template was the eyebrows. So we can't not have the eyebrows. So let's take off all these other layers. And we've just got our background layer on. Turn off our background layer. Oh no, leave that one on. Sorry, ignore me. So we're going to take this layer down here, and we're going to see the eyebrows, and we've just got a little tuft coming in under the hat. So what we want to do is get our layers back down to there, and what we can see, if we what are we doing? On smoothing, opacity. Why can't I see that? Let's turn that off. What am I doing wrong? There's something I'm doing wrong. Right, so let's go there. Because we're on the array, we're still on the arrays. Right, so now we're on the brush. There we go. So let's bring that down. So what we got? We've got this, and we've got this. So we've got basically, this is what we've got from the original trace. And now we can add or subtract whatever it is that we want. Like, do we want really skinny eyebrows? Do we want really big eyebrows? I've kind of got these like very, very bushy at the front, and then they kind of become. I used to cut my eyebrows, like in a style, and yeah, it was fine. It did its job. It did what it needed to do. But unfortunately, in my older age, that has now become a bit of a problem. So I'm gonna sketch what I think is about right to just join up the eyebrows. That was a bit bushy. So I need to imagine that eyebrow, but going that. No, that was far too angry. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do an erase just to buff it out a bit. So that isn't, as I said, it's not the smoothest, but we're not going for the smoothest right now. We are trying to hammer out an outline. And I have the vague idea about doing this kind of vibe. So that is the eyebrows are what we're going to go for. So let's turn all our layers back on. Yeah, there we go. So we've now got eyebrows. Woohoo! This is a good day. This is a very good day. Under the beard, what we're going to do? We're going to do the same thing, and we're going to add another layer, because the more layers we've got, the more we can manipulate the image. So we're going to go eyebrows. And then what we might do is we might put the beard and the eyebrows. So we do a Control-G to put it into a group. And then inside of that group, we're going to call this one hair. Not that I've got that much, granted. But the rest of the hair that's on my body. That group we should rename. Oh no, we don't want to do a layer style. So we double click, and then we change the group name to skin. And now if we close it down, then it makes life a bit easier. We can just go to the area that we want. You know, we want to make sure that is the simplest way to go. Hey there, Braindead. How is it going? How was your seminar? Was it good? Yes, what I was trying to ask you to do earlier on is write the command exclamation mark and lurk. So you just do exclamation mark lurk, and because I set up some commands last night, and basically when you do certain things and you do like commands, like if I do command SO and then your name, you will get a shout out. It will let you know the link to your Twitch and what game you're playing. So that's always fun. It's a great way to share other people's information while you're, because you can quickly put it. That particular one only moderators can do, sadly. But if you make someone a moderator, then they can do it for you. So you can just let them know. But yeah, so where am I? Yeah, I was putting in my eyebrows, wasn't I? So let's go to hair. Let's open up. No, I don't want your layer styles, mate. We want to open up that folder. And then we want to go to eyebrows. And then we want to go to our brush tool. So we've got B for brush. And we're going to sample the base tone for our beard. Because the base tone of our beard should, not always, but should generally be the same base tone as your beard, your hair, your eyebrows. You know, obviously it changes. There are some people that have ginger beards and they're just completely brown haired, which is quite fun. But yeah, so we're just going to fill this all in. And then surprise, surprise, because we were messy as hell, we are going to tidy up the edges. So get yourself like a big enough eraser tool to do the job. But obviously, because you don't want to do too much work for yourself, but at the same point, you don't want to be sitting there for hours doing it either. There's a happy balance with all these things. What we call lagom in Swedish. It's that perfect amount. So, but because we've got quite a thick fine line for our outline, it hides a multitude of sins. So the plan here was to basically just do poof. That wasn't right. Let's try to get that line right. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now using spacebar, we can actually see the little hand come up. We can now use that. It was really interesting how to make money from stock photography. Hey, making money from photography is hard enough as it is. Yeah, no, I've always liked the idea. And lots of people said, "What about stock photography? What about stock photography?" I think you need to make it as bland as possible to satisfy the needs of so many other people. Because the idea of stock is everyone's going to be using it. So it needs to be specific to get used, but generic to be used by a lot of stuff. And, you know, if you've got the brain space for that and you've got the ability and the space, the big thing for me is the space. I want a lot of accessories, a lot of like little bits here, little bits there. If I had a studio I could just, you know, go to bed with without having to put the entire thing away again. You know my situation, brain dead. Yeah, there's something I would definitely be interested in, but for right now, it's a bit too much of a pain in the ass for me. Right, so this is starting to look all right. That brown, this is a little bit there, hiding away. Okay, so that's good. So remember, we will come through later on with the different base tones and add different textures and stuff. But for now, this is where we're at. So I think we should probably go back to our original outline because what I'm missing is a neck. And necks are useful. They do come in handy sometimes. But that could be a bit too much of a steep neck. So let's erase that and let's bring that round there. There we go. That's looking a wee bit better. I'm liking that. So it's a bit better. But obviously, as you edit one thing, you have to go back and edit something else. So I have to go back to my hair. So where's the hair? There's. Oh, it's not the hair. It's the skin. So go to the skin. Go to the skin layer, and let's put that shadow back in because I did like that shadow. That was a nice little effect. We'll need tidying up though, and probably using a softer brush. That probably would have worked a bit better. But we do need to go back to there and fill out this little bit down here because we just added more to a neck. So we don't want that to stand out. Okay, sweet. So we are getting there. Where were we? We were on the eyebrows, but I'd left the mouth, didn't I? So I think we need a bit more of detail. So let's go back into new layer. And I want to go for like a dark brown. Should I go for that dark brown? Or is that going to be too dark? So let's bring all this into there. And the good thing about using all these layers is I can be kind of messy here without tidying up. As you can see, and drag this layer down below the tongue color. And it pops up. There you go. Ta-da. Did it. One thing I did notice there, though, because now I've got a darker color, is I wasn't super tidy. I was not super tidy on this layer. So let's go back to the tongue layer. And we'll fill this bit in there. And then we'll do the erase tool. And we'll take that bit out there. That bit out there. And is that a bit? Yeah, there's a bit there. And yeah, so that way we can. Oh no, let's undo that. That should. Hang on, let's go to there. That was that one, wasn't it? Hang on, because I'm on the erase tool still. That's why it's all going to poop. because we don't want that on poop. Right, so go to there. Let's go back to the outline, back to the brush. It helps if you use the brush, and it also helps if you select the right color that we want. So we want there, and we want there, and what we don't want, erase, is there. I don't know why that's come. Oh yeah, that's because the mouth is above the skin layer. If the mouth was below the skin layer, then, you know, it would punch a hole. Like, think of it as like you just put a hole through. So, you know, as you zoom in, you can tidy up all these extra little spaces. Oh, hang on. No, we don't want that one. But that is that the beard layer? That is the beard layer, isn't it? So let's go beard and erase that. So as you come in, you will notice little bits you got wrong. And it's just a great time to tidy up. Hang on, so what we got? A lot is down to doing stuff that other people are not doing. But you can just do a stock photography from photos when you go on holiday. In fact, you can claim it back on the holiday if you do that. Wow. So I can go off to the Caribbean because I went to work to do stock photography. Yeah? Claim that back. Claim all of that back. Also, a lot of stuff is just general stuff, so you don't need a studio. For me, it's just a case of having the space to comfortably shoot. One of the reasons why I've made streaming a lot easier is I can just come, sit down, move a light, move one single light that's already connected to my desk, and just move it out to do a rim light. I'm not actually even using the rim light right now because I actually have this downlight going, and it does seem to still be working, so that's good. No crashes yet. I can't believe this computer is taking 2 cameras, Photoshop, and streaming. I am very, very impressed how good this little computer is doing. So, yeah. So as I said, you're gonna constantly see little bits and pieces that you're gonna want to tidy up. But if you fix them, don't do that. It's not what I asked for. Beard, that color, anchor, and yeah. So you can just find these little bits as you're going along. You'll raise a little bit here. You'll add in a little bit there. Let's go to the outline. Let's get rid of that little nook there because that doesn't look quite natural. So, well, that just went bad, didn't it? So what you could do is take out the other side. So that's looking a bit better. So then we're going back to our beard layer, and this is the reason why I am saying constantly saying, name your layers. New layer for all of the main elements, name them, and then you can easily find them again. So that ended up looking a bit shit, if I'm honest. Damn it, wrong tool. So we go erase. But we can tidy that up a wee bit. We can go back to a brush, click back to a black, and just fill that in as long as we're on the right layer and we are using 100% black. And that's the reason why I suggest, because you can just click this little tool here, and that will take you back to 100% black. And if you switch, 100% white. So these are the best for the outlines. And whenever you're using a color, unless it's really blocky like this, the second you start getting into things like this, where we drop the flow, the fill, or the opacity down, the second you do that, don't sample this area. Never sample that area. Always go back to your palette. Back to your palette, then go back to your fill and your flow. You want to keep this consistent. Otherwise, you're going to be color matching like mad the entire time. And it's just not worth it. What I've discovered is just not worth it. Right, so what are we doing next? We probably should get some more of the palettes down. So we're going to go for eyes. One thing I did not do is do eyes. And that's a sad sign because I have blue eyes. The stencil, the original idea that we went for, in this one, he actually has black eyes. But in the original design, hang on, can I turn off? Let's turn you all back on. There we go. I like that. You can just see the layers like forming on top of each other. Right, so I need to find a blue. I do need to find a blue for my eyes. So let's go over to this palette over here. And let's click on there. And we can try find. And so we want a really light blue. Maybe somewhere around there. That looks quite pretty. Is that close to my eyes? I don't know. What do you guys think? It'll hopefully match. Yeah, so that I think that will work. So let's go blue, and let's go on there. We've got one of the people giving the talk regularly claims his holidays as a business expense. He takes lots of photos and will upload them to a stock agency, and he has been doing that stuff, wow, for 20 years. Wow, that's definitely saying something. Right, so I want to do that as an idea. Literally, I want to do that as an idea. Right, so if I remember correctly, oh, what is it? You got the hue, the saturation, and the brightness. So if I bring the brightness down, if I click on the brightness and just bring this down, it will stay in that same color tone. It will just bring down. Yeah, we can bring down the color tone. So we put that to 78%. And now, when we do our next one, we can see it's a similar color tone, but the actual brightness is just down a little bit. So it will give us different dimensions. Then let's bring that down a bit more. So we said 78%, didn't we? So let's go 70. So that may be a bit too close. So let's not do that. So that was 70. So let's bring that. Oh, come on. So 60. Let's go 65. Actually, let's just do that. 65. Bang. And yeah. So now we've got 3 different colors. We've got a really bright, a mid-tone, and a shadow, basically. So that's our eyes. There's our hair. That's our skin. So we're building up a collection here. What I might do is I might just save that. Now we've got those in there. So yeah, save. Bish, bash, bosh. That is done. So let's start with the brightest color because reasons. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason there somewhere. So first things first, we need to add a new layer. We might as well add a new group while we're here. So let's put that into its own group. We're going to name that eyes. And then we're going to name the first layer, well, probably eyes. Yeah, we start with eyes. And then if we end up with more eyes, then we can add more as we go. I have to go. I've got to head off to work soon. We'll be viewing in a couple of days. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Have fun. Have a good day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, but enjoy whatever it is that you do. Yeah, and stay safe. Lots of love. Mwah. Right, so let's bring all that back. Did my screen just top up? Right, so anyways, we were doing the eyes, weren't we? So let's get our eyes going. And I'm not sure if I'm a big fan. Not sure if I'm a big fan of how we're going to do these eyes. Because eyes are one of those things, like, sometimes I just get tempted just to copy over from, you know, an anime. Just animate eyes. So we got the eyes. We need to drop this below. Everything needs to be below our outline. Because that's how we keep the outline on the top. You know, it has to be on the top. So we're currently sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've currently got 9 layers going. And it's difficult to get it all working. But, you know, we can get there. So we've got our eyes. And we're going to follow that same old pattern of clicking between brush and erase, brush and erase. I'm not liking the second eye. So what I might do... which one? Right, so just in case I screw up, I'm going to duplicate the outline. Because this is the outline. So I'm going to go outline. And then we're going to go back up. Just in case I screw this up. And that's what's good. So we can go to the copy. Go to the erase. Make sure we're on the right erase. Okay. So we're going to go there. I'm going to go brush. Going to bring this down a bit. And we are currently in the... Oh, let's just go absolute black. I want to keep that blue there just for now. I'm being... is it lazy? Am I being sensible? Who knows? But... yeah, that was terrible. Okay, so they're now looking a bit more even, in my opinion. So let's go back to the eyes. Let's go to the erase. Let's get rid of the excess. Actually, there's a little chunk bit there, isn't there? Yes, there is. So let's go back to the copy. Are we on the eraser? Yes, we are. So we go there and go back to the eyes. I can see there's a little bit. I thought I could see a little bit of blue there. Maybe I'm imagining it. Yeah, I'm totally imagining it. That's actually on the outline. No, I want to be on brush. Undo. There we go. So we've got the start. Definitely got the start of the eyes. So the next bit of the eyes we want to do is obviously we want to add white back in, don't we? So let's go back to the eyes. We're going to add a new layer. We're going to drop that below the eye layer. I'm going to call that the whites. W-H-I-T, whites of eyes. It's good to be descriptive, guys. Very good to be descriptive. So let's have a... Oh, where are we going? So we are on the wrong color. So let's go there. Let's switch that around. Because remember, this will always... That button there will always... I just want to make sure you guys can see that. So I'm over here. Where are we going? There. Does that show up? I hope so. Yes. So that will switch it to pure black, pure white, and you can switch with the little double arrows. Switch between them. Keyboard shortcut for that is X. So if you ever need it, you can easily press X, and it will switch between the colors. So we're going to take... We've got our brush, and we're going to do this. If we stay on this layer here, it will be... And look, as I said, it's keeping it below the outline because we are below the outline layer. But because we put it below the eyes, now when we paint here, it will stay there as well. So yeah, so then you can be really rough here, really rough. It's okay because it's digital. We can just go through, hit the erase or the E key for the eraser, and then tidy it up like this. So right now, that is, I think that's looking all right, actually. That eye's looking very bad, though. Is like, I think, anyways. So let's not do that. Let's use the X to go back to black. And just... Hang on, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. I'm doing that, aren't I? So I'm going to erase all of that. I'm going to go back to black. No, I'm going to go... There we go. Brush. There we go. Obviously, that's far too big. Okay, so we can see... Now, that was just terrible. That was very, very bad. And yeah, I'm no expert. I am definitely not an expert, guys. So do not necessarily expect the greatest thing. Like, there's a lot of people on Twitch that are so much better than I am. And if you want an amazing amount of skill, yeah, you're in the wrong place for that. Like, I can do some good Photoshop skills. I can when I'm dealing with photos. But yeah, this isn't photography. This is art and drawing. And I'm a million miles away from actually doing anything good of a pitch. So I'm trying to remember if I did have a small nose. I definitely would have used a small nose. So yeah, the nose is the next layer. The question being is, where do I start with the nose? Is that right? That looks like it's in the right place, but now my eyes are off. I think, anyways. So, let's go there. Maybe I need a bigger nose. Nope, that was terrible as well. Okay, that's looking a bit better. I'm wondering, do I extend the eyes? Do I extend the eyes? Could be. Right, so let's do this. Let's go... we were on the brush before. Right, so let's go there. Let's do that. Let's go back to the outline. Let's zoom in. Get the eyes all the way out. Damn it. I'm on the wrong layer, aren't I? That's not good. Right, so we need to go back to the whites of the eyes. Okay, now we can see it's down there, which is good. And apologies if the music is looping again and again and again. Right, so we take that out. We take that out. And it just masks that, that little add-on that we used. Yeah, it's like, obviously with the DMCA strikes and stuff that's been going on, and anyone who is on Twitch and streaming should be aware of this. The copyrighted stuff is going to go through the roof right now. So just having something in the background is important, but it's the same stream constantly. So what I need to do is I need to run a different program in the background. And something I just remembered is there was another program I was supposed to add to the background. Because I'm willing to bet, hang on, let me full screen that for a second. The latest follower was... There we go. Now it's been updated. Sorry about that. It should have been showing up at the bottom, but I forgot to open this program. Must remember to open this program every single time. Like really, every single time. This needs to be on there. So yeah, does that work? That kind of works. I actually like that. So can I do that? There we go. Does that work? And then that to there. I don't know. I'm still learning a lot of these things. But I've got like basically I've got a really tiny screen that's off to one side for my chat box. Just it's not very high res. It's like an old school TV screen. But I'm still sort of getting that all in there. Right. So, but I need to come off of there now. So let's do that. Okay. Right. Sweet. Back to the mission. Back to the goal of today. So we've stretched out that eye. It's looking a bit better. We're on the whites of the eye still? Yep. And we're on white. So we're not on white. Oh, we're on the eraser tool. That's why. So let's go back to the brush. And I want to just fill out that a wee bit more. And, you know, for the guys who are new, I generally do actually wear makeup on my streams. This is a daytime stream, so I'm not as bad. Yeah, I've got bright light in front of me. So there will... Hang on, I don't want you. Go away. So I will need to add little bits here and there. Like I generally wear some rouge, nice eyeliner, and 3 little dots. So I have my 3 little dots that I always wear on the side there. And if you see my other emojis, you will notice that. So I can try and get this working. So this is starting to come together. What I would like to add... I don't know, not you. So let's go back down to our skin layer, to our shadow layer. And we are going to take... are we on? No, let's make sure we're on the brush, because we want to be on the brush, which is there. I'm so used to keyboard shortcuts, I just kind of click them. So we're going to go to our shadow layer there. We're going to sample from here, and that way, this color and this color are exactly the same. But because we've done the fill down here, then it will come out the same. So I am going to add a wee bit over here. So that will add a concave that you wouldn't normally see unless there was a shadow. But you notice how these now match. They look exactly the same now. The question being is where do I put this? That is the question. I'm thinking we put it on the top bit, personally. Not the bottom. Sorry. Because there, now we just got a little bit more detail, a little bit more shade and shadows. It's not going to be amazing. But, you know, it's never going to be amazing. This is one of my streams. It's always it's a bit B. Definitely a bit B. But, what you can do... Oh, let's go that round. Oh. Okay, this is going to be a tricky one. A lot of the artists I know, they actually rotate. Oh, hello. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, I did know I could do that. I just didn't know that this tablet could do that. I forget it has touch features. So, but see, like, I've ended up on this real lock. I want to do this curve, but I feel like I'm just going in a straight line. So maybe turn it even more. Be extreme. Nah, I'm just screwing it up, really. I'm making it worse. Going down. Next one. Down. No, that back one. Forward one. There we go. Did it. Ta-da-da. Right. So this awfully surprised version of Skinny is becoming a thing. I'm not sure if I ever intended it to be as surprised, but you know, it seems quite right. Right. So the question being, do we add lips? We probably should. Like, because is that whole thing going to become a lip? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's got to be interesting. But it is coming along. It's starting. It's starting to come along. But what we probably should do, let's go back to the eyes. Let's add a new layer. And let's take the second tone. Make sure we are on the brush. Because we always want to be on the brush tool. Especially when we're taking samples. So I'm going to take the sample. And I kind of... Right, so we're on that new layer. I'm not sure if this is going to work, if I'm honest. It's going to... Because you generally have your eye... You've got black in the center. And maybe I'm being absolutely ridiculous here. So... Shit, that just looks a bit chaotic now, doesn't it? I am a crazy person, yeah. Right, so how was the original? Let's bring up the original. So he literally just went with a black spot and kind of like, over and under. So, where do we go from here? I don't actually know on this one. This should be an interesting, fun one. But that's what our picture's looking like without the outline. Can we just drag the outline down a bit? No, I want that at full. I want this one. Bring down the opacity a bit. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. So, I want to redo this outline. Yeah, so let's go another new layer. We're going to be on black. And I want to have that going nicely down. So we're going to start with the ear. Because for some reason... Oh, and I just need to make sure I get these curves really nicely done. So, I'm going to go round, out, up. Okay. So that's a start. That is a start. So this is where we really want to try to get our perfection down. That was terrible. So sometimes you may start from the bottom and work your way up. Other times you may want to do it from the top going up. But sometimes... There we go. That's looking a bit better. Okay, so that... I liked that first bit. That first bit was good. I'm happy with that first bit. But... Hang on. Oh, am I doing this correctly? The smoothing... Everything's at 100%. So, let's go. Let's keep this going. And let's put that outline layer back on. Am I doing this right? I think I'm doing this right. Because if I fill that up completely, it's there. Okay, now that airbrush, that's irritating. That's really irritating because I feel like I did good on that one. Let's do undo, undo, undo. Undo. Okay, sweet. So we're doing this currently. Oop, I got a bleep. Is that someone from... Where is it from? From Lonely. Lonely Bird is a fellow streamer of mine. I'm doing a game called Valiant, which she spends so much time on. It's almost unhealthy. It's a lot of stuff going on there. So let's... see, that's where I feel like that curve should go. That curve should go around there. I feel like I'm pulling it a bit too much to try get that. So let's try. Okay, that was looking better actually. I feel like this needs this curve. Very extreme. Alright. Do you think that looks better? What do you guys think? Do you think that looks... That looks like a slightly better curve. I think that looks like a slightly better curve. Yeah. That just means... hang on. Pull that down. It just means I've got to fill in this extra bit now. Which, you know, It's fine. But we do need to keep this going. And I'm on the wrong layer. Damn it. Damn it, Jan it. Right, so let's go up to there. So I'm going to go to there. And I'm going to... I think something like that. Because if I stop it there and my eyeball continues the rest, you know, that could work. Right, so let's bring this down to there. And then that goes to there. Yeah? I think this is going well. So, we bring this up. I need to bring that one a bit back so I can kind of vaguely see where I'm going. I want to bring this down and then out. This probably should. I feel like that should be coming up rather than... Yeah, I feel like that should be coming up and over. And then around. I feel like that would feel a bit better, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. I know nothing about art. So let's bring the beard coming down, and then around. Right. So I don't want to clip off my beard in this particular version, because in the last version I did. I totally clipped my beard off, and so let's go there. Let's get rid of this. I totally clipped my beard off last time, yes. And I want it to be... I want it to be a smooth beard. I do want it to be quite a smooth beard, but obviously in real life, beards aren't like that. Beards just tend to come and go and do whatever the smeg they want. Right. So it's getting there, but it's not quite there yet, is it, guys? So I do feel like that layer, that bit there needs to go. And we're definitely gonna need some more tidy work. But it's getting there. It is getting there. But I'm thinking, because we're at 100% fill, we can always bring this down a tad when we fill it out. That's what I'm thinking. So let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Let's go back to brush. Yeah, back to brush. And then I'm gonna go to there, and then there, and then we've got to. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's not make our lives more difficult, because it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be difficult, guys. So we can take all of the details, and there's no rush. You know, we've got all day. Take our time. We get all this going well, and at the end of the day, this is where we tidy up all of the bits we did wrong. I was just gonna say wrong. We were just putting out like a decent outline last time, and now we just want to straighten up the lines, make them prettier. So we want to get as nice lines as we can, and I'm going to have to sort of obviously. Oh, that was. Some things you'll do and you'll go like, yeah, do you know what, that really works. And other things you'll be like, wow, that was terrible. Like, I'm not happy with this nose. I'm really not happy with this nose. The mouth could definitely do with a lot of work, in my opinion. Because, yeah, it's... damn it. And sometimes you're like, do I keep going? Do I stop? Do I keep going? Do I stop? Do I keep going? Do I stop? And you're like, Right, but, yeah, so this bit here, I want to tidy that up. Did I just burp? Just listening to my my voice back, it sounds like I burped then. I don't think I did. I'm not generally a burpy person, in honesty. Right, so how far are we away from completion? Yeah, we've just got one more eyebrow to go, really. And then I think a new outline is done. So let's turn the layers all back on again. Dish, 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 dish. What I should do is just close down all of the palettes. Ha! Me without a beard. That just looks absolutely terrifying. That is really terrifying. Yeah, that's what I look like without a beard most of the time as well. Ah! Right, so let's close that. Let's close that. So we've got our outline back up with our original eyes. Okay, so this is basically where we're up to. Yes, the other eyebrow to go. So let's get this down. Let's bring, what am I on? I'm on the eraser tool. Of course I'm on the eraser tool because such is life. Because that's life. That's the way it's meant to be. Right, so I did actually like the fact that my eyebrow last time left my outline. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like the comic lover of me liked it, but I like the fact that the eyebrow left the face completely. Right, okay, so where we should go back to, we should probably start at the beginning, which is with the skin. So we start off with the skin. And we got our brush. Have we got a brush? No, we don't have a brush. So let's click our brush. Let's click back on. And we can click onto there if we want to keep it consistent of what I've been saying this whole time. So, and we fill this in. Hang on, we need to take off the old outline, don't we? Okay, so let's fill this up. It's still not perfect though, is it? Better, but it's not perfect. I'm a bit of a flat top there, I think. All those years of bouncing and wanting to be a stuntman, trying to bite me in the bum. Hang on, what's going on here? The outline is there. It's at 100%. Hang on, where's my brush? Brush, 100% smoothing, opacity, 100% smoothing, 100%. Yeah, that should all be there. Right, so can we see anywhere else where the skin is failing? Failing. No, wrong one. Undo that. We don't want to be on that top layer. We want to be on the skin layer. We want to be down here. Okay. So I think that's, yeah, there's a bit around there. Oh, that 100% smoothing is not doing us any favors. There we go. That looks much better. Or feels much better. So let's get rid of that. And we'll fill those in. And then I think that's doing alright now. So let's go back to the erase tool. Let's take off the excess because we don't want the excess, do we? Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good. Oh, one thing we didn't do was our neck. We did not do our neck last time. So are we still on our? No, we're not. We want to be on our brush. We want to get that down quite a bit. Okay, sweet. So that's better. But we are going to need a second one now, aren't we? Because we actually have a neck. We have a neck. There's not just a neck beard, but we actually have a neck. So we are going to need. Let's take off the hair. Yeah, see, look, we're missing that entire part of our neck. We don't want that now, do we? So let's sample there and fill in that gap because that gap we will need to fill up. I love how we're missing that part of our face as well. So that's the outline of our face, anyways. So let's put the hair back on. And oh, we missed the outline of our beard. That's one thing we did miss. Yes, so we just go back to there. Are we on black? No, we're not. So let's put that back to black. We're on pencil again. I never use the pencil tool. I don't even know why it's there. It's never gets used, or I never use it anyways. So we are going to want to get a reasonably smooth idea here. But we're going to want to have that to match what our face is doing. Because there's my chin. My chin's down there, apparently. Yeah, so that looks reasonably good. I don't mind it. But I do want to tidy it up a wee bit. Just because basically what we want to do is we want to get rid of the obvious corners, I find. You know, I just want to blend that in a little bit. Because some of it is that it's artistic merit and stuff. But getting that natural look is a bit of a pain in the arse. So I think that's good for our skin. I think our skin is looking good. Our shadowing may need some work, but you know, it's there. So I'm going to go away from the skin. I'm going to go into the hair, and I'm going to tidy up this beard, because this beard is what's getting to me right now. So let's tidy up this gap here. Oh shit! Didn't want to do that bit. So let's go around. Let's click through here, and hopefully this will work well. And yeah, so we're gonna make this all nice and fresh. There should probably be some more shadowy stuff here. I also forgot my teeth. I did actually forget my teeth this time around. So while we're on the eraser tool, we might as well get rid of the excess down here. I should, like, the question is, do I go nice and smooth beard, or do I try to add it a bit more furry, like bit more fluff? Either one works. But obviously one is takes a bit more work. Right, so let's go back to our brush. We want to be on our base coat for our beard and fill up the gaps that we just changed, basically. So I ended up with a much wider beard on that side and a much skinnier beard on the top. So let's tidy this up a bit. I wonder if my new screen stand will show up today. That would actually be really nice. So I'm currently rocking like a 3-screen setup. Granted, one of the screens is like some Stone Age baby's first flat screen TV from like 2005. And it's like, what? I think it's like, what, 9-inch? It's really tiny. But I've got it as a vertical one, so it just has my chat on, just so I can see what's going on with my chat. And yeah. And then I have what was given to me. Actually, both these two was given to me. It's beautiful. One's a 32-inch ultra sharp Dell. The other one's a 27-inch. So they work really well. Actually, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Is that another one from Lonely? But you know what? I'm going to send a quick hello on the Discord. Let's see if this computer can handle even more information. Because right now, the poor little thing is suffering, I think. So we're gonna see. She's managed to keep most of her frames up, I believe. But I guess we shall find out. Right, so Lonely Bird, General. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Right, so this is morning. So that's me being silly again. But yes, so we are happily sitting here doing our little own thing. But let's look at that. So our tongue has become ginormous now. Oh no, it's not the fact that we need, because it's the outline of the teeth, isn't it? We are missing the teeth. We probably should fix that. But one job at a time, guys. One job at a time. So first of all, we need to get rid of this beard, because we've got too much beard down here. Because the original design, we did have more beard, but I didn't want it to clip. I don't mind my neck clipping, but I didn't want the beard to clip, because I like to have a fully fledged proper beard, you know. Because that's how we hope it would work. So we can get rid of that bit up there, and that bit there as well. But look, oh no, we clipped a bit. Oh no, the worst thing in the world that could possibly ever happen. We've taken a bit of digital art away that we can't correct straight away. So let's fill out our eyebrows. And a bit down there. Then we go back to the eraser tool and tidy up this. Oh, hang on. Hang on. We did that bad, didn't we? We were on the wrong layer. So I need to go all the way back until we start clipping down there. Make sure we're on our brush. Fill that back in, fill that back in. Now go back to our eyebrow layer. We need to make sure we stay on the correct layer. Because that would be bad. That would be terrible, you know, to be on the wrong layer. And I know I sound like I'm being facetious, but in reality, it's a pain in the arse trying to find where you screwed up. Like if you see this little tiny spot that is just slightly off, and you're like, it's on the wrong layer. Why can't I find it? And then you're going mental, just going through layer after layer after layer after layer. This is why we do a layer for each thing. We name it. So make sure you name it down here. And yeah, it can be fine. So now we're on the eyebrow layer. If you want to edit our eyebrows, guess where we go? I know, it's crazy. So that's looking better than it did. I'm still thinking a lot of these outlines are a bit too thick. There's also, look, there's a bit of skin there. We did miss the bit of skin. So now we can go to our skin folder, go to our skin layer. We've got a sample of the skin layer there. We're not going to be on an eraser tool. So, and now we're back here. We can just fill that bit in and that bit in. Bob to your uncle, as they say in Germany. So yeah, so that is looking all right now, I think. I know, guys. It will get better. It will get better. So, because we still didn't do the eyes, we still haven't worked out what we're doing with the eyes yet. That needs to be a thing. But so that's the skin layer done. That's the hair layer done, as far as I can see. Okay, now we're on the mouth, guys. We are now on the mouth. So now we're gonna, first and foremost, we want the background layer, because all of this is messy as hell. So let's scroll down here. No, we don't, usually. Hey, how's it going, man? You good? I hope that you are doing all the great things. And what are you up to today, man? Right, so let's tuck this in. Okay, so see, we are getting better. Slowly but surely, we are getting better. Unfortunately, our line color is very similar to this color here. So what I might do is if we take that color, and as I said earlier on, you got your brightness scale here. So if you just want to affect the brightness, you can just click the B and then drag this up a bit. And let's get to about there. Fine. I've just been shopping and getting some food. Ooh, what you making? So now we're gonna add a bit here. I see, like now we've got a bit more of a color difference. We can see the difference between the tones, but we're hopefully not too close to the color of our beard. Are you making booze by any chance, or something with a lot of yeast in? We can get in there. Let's get that all in there. Just some street food, meatloaf sandwiches. Ooh. Do you know, I don't think I've ever had meatloaf. Like obviously, like, you know, it's quite an American thing, isn't it? Like, whenever I think of meatloaf, I do think of, well, obviously, bat out of hell. But at the same point, and that's above our line. Yes, good. But I've never had meatloaf sandwiches before. I wonder if we call it corned beef or something over here. I honestly do not know. Right, so what I need to do is I need to put those teeth line back on. Then I need to go to the tongue outline. It's probably going to be more the mouth outline at this rate. Let's go there. Let's bring it down a bit. So let's bring our teeth in. Dish. Yeah, these teeth, if I'm honest, these teeth are better than my actual teeth are. If I am honest. But hey, so there we go. So now we can go back to the tongue color. We can sample that. And yeah, let's fill in that gap. And so just fill in all the gaps that we don't need. Or all the gaps that we do need. Take away the gaps we don't need. So it's there, and there. And let's go one more. Let's go white. Because my teeth are clearly white. Totally not. We're still on the eraser tool, aren't we? Right, so let's go there. Why am I clicking the eraser tool again? I want the brush tool. Brush is what I want. So, and then we can fill this in. Let's go to there. Let's go to there. Am I on there? Yeah, I am. I just want to make sure. Am I being really tight tidy and neat, or am I just being lucky because of my planning from earlier? Let's go there. It's not the typical American-style meatloaf, and sadly, it doesn't sing. I'm a sandwich out of hell, and I'm gonna sing this song. No, I don't know. I honestly do not know what a meatloaf is. I don't know. It's not very English. Even though I've grown up in sort of with the American influence that I think most people my age grew up with in these sort of the 80s and the 90s. Hang on, what was that layer again? That was teeth, wasn't it? T-E-E-T-H. Teeth, white. Okay, so that's that kind of sorted. The question being is, do I go for lips? Like, do I actually put lips on my character? Or is that just a weird thing to ask? So anyway, so now we are getting there. We didn't do the shadow of the skin, did we? Let's go there. We're gonna take that color there. We are on the brush. Hang on. See, this is the reason why you don't use what I was saying before. I broke my own rule. So let's go to there. Let's go back to there. This should now perfectly match. There we go. Right, so now we're going to fill in this gap. We are missing a bit of skin there. I can see that just there. But let's finish off with the shadow layer. But this curve is pretty shit. Like even a little hobbit-like creature like me, who can see the issues here. Right, so what I would probably suggest is let's take an eraser tool. Let's get really big. Oh no, that's got to actually now erase that, isn't it? Hang on a second. Yeah, because that's all of my shadows, isn't it? So I'm going to try smoothing 0. Okay, let's pull that smoothing up. Oh, that was horrible. That was butt ugly. That was bowling shoe ugly, as you know, an American might say. Why am I taking the Americans there? I really shouldn't be doing that. Right, it's looking a bit iffy, isn't it? Just not great. So I've been watching far too much American wrestling, I guess. Right, so let's go to there. Let's go flow. Let's bring the flow up. Why is the flow so far down? But yeah, no, it's just not getting that curvature as I'd want. I am not a talented artist. I just try to do my best with what I can. But yeah, so what are you, after your sandwich, what are you doing? What is the plan for the day? Out of sheer curiosity. Hang on, where are we going? I went up to there. There. Right, come on, let's go to that. That's what we want. And right, you know, I can't see my vape. I don't think I've had my vape like pretty much since the stream started. I had a coffee to the side. Right, I want to add you to. Where are you? Streaming tools. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I just want to add a quick shortcut while I'm on. So sorry about that. I had it down earlier. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Actually, I might quickly put on a coffee while I'm doing it. So please bear with me, and I will be back in a minute. Catch you in a sec. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to go find it. It was actually in the bathroom. Of all the places in my flat that my vape could have turned up. It was in the bathroom. But yes, so the kettle is on. So I will have a cup of coffee coming my way very shortly. And yeah, be good. Today's plan is continuing to build the streamlight. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. How much of it are you building? Like, is it like the whole thing with the electronics and the lights and everything, or is it is it just the rig to go on? Because obviously I've been playing with my rig today. Because I won't go that way yet. But I have got a little setup going up here to actually get this downwards cam to actually see what's going on. I wish you could see it, but you can see the wire. I've just noticed that you can see the wire. This is the ghetto-ness of this setup currently. But yeah, no. Are you going to be doing a stream of you making the stream light? That's what these things tend to be. Honestly, you probably don't most of the time. A bit of Google. Google Fu tells me that most British description it's fairly ground corned beef. Oh, finely ground corned beef, pork, bacon, and onions packed into a brown crust. So I was almost on the market there. Oh, almost on the market. Almost on the nail thing, hammer. Saying corned beef. Because corned beef is a little thing that comes in a can. It's just this compressed offcuts of meat. Very popular when I was young. Like to the point where the generation before me had it super duper regularly. And obviously it was around and we had it occasionally, but not very often. But I know my foster sisters used to make corned beef and ketchup sandwiches, and they would choose to use that. So I'm guessing it was fun for them. But let's go back to the top down view. Hopefully that is all. Yeah, that is all going good. Sweet. Okay, that is. I think that's looking good. I hope that's looking good, anyways. But yeah, no, it's, and we've got all of it from ground up. I've had some LED strips lying around, and it's a nice little product. You know, definitely. A friend of mine just recently did something very similar. I've got these LED lights because obviously my photography and video, super handy for that. But these two were sent to me. Actually, that was sent to me. That one I bought for when I was doing reviews for a company called Photar, who basically completely disappeared on me. I think it's a bit overkill on full brightness. It's quite blinding. Do you know what? It's better? It's like a condom. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Like, there are some times when you need to have a bright light. As a photographer, I can tell you, the bigger the light, the softer the light. The bigger it is, the nicer it feels. It wraps around. The contrast is like I've got a light over here, and you can kind of see how it on my forehead. Perfect way of using this. See the gradation as it goes from bright to dark. The bigger it is, the softer that gradation will be, and it will what we call in photography wrap around light. So if you make it large and bright, then it will give you the best quality of light, as we call it in photography. If it's small, if you want like really hard contrasty light, like you want to have shadows really defined, you want to make the light really bright and really small. So if you can put it through a diffusion panel, or even better, this might work for you actually. Right, so just say you've got your subject here and you're pointing your light at it, it'll get a very big, a very hard light when it's really bright. If you take your light source, so just say your light's facing this way, what you do is you put your light going that way, and it hits, say you've wrapped a tray in tin foil. So you got the small light, it goes from this small light, bounces into this giant light of silver tin foil, and then bounces off of there back to the subject. It will give you a much better light. But because the light is traveling further, it's traveling twice the distance basically, it needs to be more powerful. So using that extra power as a bounce light is what we call it. So we bounce the light off something larger to make it larger. It loses its power, but it gives you a much better looking light. So that is a place where having more power would be super, super, super beneficial for you. So definitely try some reflective surfaces and using bounce light. It's what in our flashes, I don't know if you ever noticed that when you have a flash on top of a camera, some photographers will point it at the ceiling or it'd have it straight up with a little white card. That's what they're doing. They're literally bouncing the light. The surface is going to be about 25 centimeters to 25 by 40 centimeters. Diffusion panel with 128 addressable LED lights. It might be a bit excessive. If it's, hang on, is it for your key light? Is it for the lighting you personally? Then it might be over the top to have it as a LEDs. But being able to mix the cold light and the warm lights, so the more yellow for the warm and the more blue for the cold, depending on your setup. Like my camera is a really cold light. I've got the white balance set really cold. And the idea being is that it makes the background colors a bit more muted. And a bit more film, film noir. Noir. A bit like cyber noir is the look I'm going for. That cyber punk, that synth wave. Obviously the music, the intros, the transitions. You see where I'm going with that. But being able to do that with LEDs is a great skill. But you can also, it's more to play with. You can have a lot more fun with it. Further straight into my face, and I can set the Kevlar, the Kelvin. Sorry, Kevlar. Sorry, my fire performing is getting involved in my video production. So my Kevlar and my Kelvin. We use Kevlar for our fire props. It may be over the top, but if you've already got it and you're making it, maybe you'll make another one further down the line and you'll use the lessons learned now to make the next one. I actually do want to do exactly what you're doing. I want to make a much larger light source. So I've got this is actually one of my lights. If I so this is like a studio strobe size LED light. So this is just a constant video light, and it's so huge, so not needed. Just breaking the thing now. And this is just a thing that goes on top, and that gives me a background light with a gel. See, colored gels, they can be your friend. But yeah, so I would like to get something that I could make a very large light source out of. So we're talking, I don't know, 50 by 25 is probably what I'm going to go for. And have that just above my main screen, but then I have my camera off to the side. So remember, you always want your key light, or not always. It completely depends on what you're looking for. But as a photographer and what I do, I like more dramatic light. So I'd have my camera off to one side, what we call almost Rembrandt lighting. So Rembrandt lighting is named after, obviously, Rembrandt. He used to paint his subjects in a studio, and apparently he had a window at a 45-degree angle. So you'd always get this triangle under this eye. Yeah? So if you look at any photos and you see this slight bit of light triangle, it's called Rembrandt lighting. It's because the triangle comes from the nose. So as the light passes the nose, it creates this triangle, and as the cheek rises, it creates the other side. And basically, so having that as a 45-degree angle off to the camera, and then 45 degrees up. So 45, 45. That's basically what we're doing here. We've got 45 degrees to the camera here, 45 degrees to my screen. But then I've just got my light up there. And then normally I have another light coming this way in. But I'm using the top cam today for the first time. What do you think? But yeah, if you want any tips, any help, any suggestions, give us a shout. And yeah, you can always... I'm always available. Well, maybe not always. I do sleep occasionally. But yeah, I'm always up because I've got lots of friends who are doing these kind of things. And I'm going to, as soon as lockdown's done, going to be going up to my friend Bubba. And you may actually chat with Bubba in the Discord. Sleep is for the weak. Do you know what? I used to say that. And then I got to my mid-30s and realised, damn it, I need to sleep. But, you know, it is one of those things. Right, so where was I at? So I've done my shadows. Oh, I still need to work on that shadows. And oh, that's not good. Right, so we're there. So we need to get back to our brush. Get onto there. And yeah, I need to fill that bit of my ear in. Oh, I do need to actually do my my piercings, don't I? I've really messed up my settings here. 100% flow, capacity, smoothing. I think that needs to be at a low number. What are you doing? Go away. I'm gonna say 4. 4% smoothing. See if that does a thing. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit more responsive now. Says the person who loved sleeping in. No, totally. I had a pretty good sleep. Good dreams. I had, certain ladies coming to say hello to me in my dream, so that was nice. And mixed with a little bit of Lord of the Rings for some reason. Don't know why. Just Lord of the Rings mixed with streaming and girls admiring my setup with smoking cigarettes. I don't even like smoking cigarettes anymore. But yeah, it was an interesting dream. I enjoyed it. Right, so where was we up to? I think. Hang on, there's a bit of excess skin there. We don't want that excess skin, do we? I'm tempted to make. See, I would like these lines really smooth, and these lines kind of rugged. But it's yeah, that's not happening, is it? So, do we up to the mouth? So that's, yeah, the mouth is good, except that there is a bit down there, isn't there? I see. Back on my Mac, I think I would press Alt and then this, and it would zoom in. Maybe it's Control. Nope, not that. My mouth has got lost. Oh, third eye chakra turned into a mouth. That's hilarious. Right, so, but is it Shift? No, because I know it's Alt and scroll wheel. I do know it's Alt and scroll wheel. But I don't like, if you're going to use this, I don't want to be going to my mouse. Like, it feels excessive to go. Like, I've got one on my keys here, one on my mouse, my trackpad here, and then my mouse there. It's just, there's too much here, man. Far too much. But what did I see? Yeah, it's an outline, tongue outline. Let's get back to black. Good track by what's her name? Amy Winehouse. But who's had a contest? Skin's removing excess skin from himself. Sounds kind of like an auto circumcision. Yeah, it's like there is a bit much going on there, isn't it? Skin's removing excess skin from skins. That could be a very good porn movie, or a very bad porn movie, depending on how you see it. Right. So that was the tongue outline, which I kind of feel like I've done all right now. Was the mouth outline including the outside of the mouth? No, it wasn't. But it's coming together. It is coming together, isn't it, guys? Hang on, I think I've just noticed. Yeah. See, that's really odd. Let's put this back in there. I've got this palette that's floating above this image. And I've just noticed that this palette isn't showing up on the stream. So here is our palette. So that's a bit odd. So like if I drag it out, it disappears off the stream, but it keeps floating. So sorry about that for if you guys are watching. We do have a palette for our colors. So yeah, let's oh no, stop pressing. One thing I hated about PCs, and I never missed it the entire time I was on Macs, is that start button. Like, I hate that start button. That start button is just irritating as fuck to me because I love it when it's there, but I would rather have it as a double key. I'd rather, because on the Macs you have command and space, and then you can do a search. That's what I would rather. I'd rather have that. Like command and obviously we don't have command, but control or whatever you want to call it. I'd much rather have that than this. But this keyboard, this G15, actually has a turn start button off. I've done that now, so hopefully that will work. Right, so, okay, now here comes the tricky bit. The eyes. The eyes. I'm not good at eyes, and anyone who's not an artist knows this. It knows that eyes are difficult as fuck. I'm tempted to wait until Rosh comes over and get her to show me how to do the eyes. Because this sucks. Well, I suck at it anyways. So because this is an awfully big surprise, and if I go to our original, yeah, there's a lot more thingy to it. So, oh, how do we do this? Because that was our original design that we started with. I'm guessing we just... Do we need an eyebrow? I feel you from work. I'm dual booting between Windows 10 and Mac OS and regularly use the wrong shortcuts. Oh, yeah. It's a pain in the fracking ass. But because I've just started, like pretty much since I started streaming, I was streaming from my Mac for the first couple of weeks. Then I borrowed my girlfriend's laptop. So then I had to get used to that. But then obviously... even though I learned a lot of Photoshop for the last 5 years, I would say, I've been doing everything Photoshop, everything Lightroom on a Mac. And now it's like, just everything's gone out the window. Like there's a shortcut that was, it was Alt, Command, Shift, and E. And what it would do is it would take all the layers that you've got active and then make a new layer of all of those layers and then flatten it. So you basically got one new layer that was made from all the other layers that were active at the time. I don't know what that is on a PC, and I haven't been able to find it. I know Control E is a new layer, flattened layer. So see, look, so that's now flattened. Oh, hang on, does that just do the thing? I wonder. I think it may have actually, but yeah, no, the problem there was actually the fact that that just flattened everything that I was thinking. I don't want to just flatten everything. I want to copy it and then flatten the copies. That's the next thing. But you know, it is what it is. And I've still got my Mac on the screen, like it's in a dock in the kitchen, and it runs down the lead. For some reason, though, I don't know if you can tell that, but for some reason, there's two sets of videos I watch. One is Linux Tech Tips, and the other one is the quartering. And whenever they're full screen, for some reason, they get this green cast over everything that's black. But crazy. If I come out of it, see that green hue go away? So I go full screen, it's fine, and as soon as the OS disappears, it turns green. How weird is that? So weird. But if I something from the Mac like activates, like the scrub bar, or if I turn the volume up or down, it will go back to normal. But then the second it goes back to full screen, and it only seems to happen on a selection of videos. And what I've noticed, the quartering's one, and Linux Tech Tips is the other. So hey, it'd be a thing. But yeah, and then obviously I'm used to this keyboard, and then getting used to a full-blown mechanical keyboard for the Windows. Ow. Learning curve. Anyways, that's what we're at the moment. But, you know, what can we do? Right, so we're back to the eyes. I do feel like we need to add some kind of ring around the eyes, I think. Like just to hold it in there. Right, so we've got eyes, whites of the eyes. Okay, let's do one more layer. We're on a brush, but we want black, so let's hit X, and that brings us back to here. And now we need to get these eyes good, and I don't do eyes good. Right, so I'm thinking that just looks weird. But I need to think, yeah, Mr. B, did you notice that what the follow count's on? Have you seen it? I'm actually having something similar with Twitch streams on Mac OS. Feels good. Yeah, hey there's strange melody. Yes and no is the answer there. I've been a professional photographer for about 12 years. And I'm used to using Photoshop and Lightroom for photo editing and manipulation. I am very, very new to just drawing like this. This is only the second or third time. I've been lurking for a while, so yeah. I know you're close. Oh, I know. I'm stupidly close. Like, unbelievably close. I'm really curious to find out who number 100 is going to be. And yeah, to actually be at 99 for this, like basically this entire stream. One of the guys came on and who followed me last night ended up going to an old account and following me on that to get me up to number 99. So we're literally waiting for that one final person who's going to be. Okay, maybe want some tips to let the line to look smoother. Yes, Strange Melody, I will happily take on any tips because I'm new. You can see I've got like an old school Wacom, which I could probably do with a clean if I'm honest. And I know there's some little tips, but drawing's not my specialty. I'm kind of tracing off an original idea, which is this gentleman's down here. So I started off with this, and I basically been building it up, tracing it, modifying it to suit my needs. There might be some settings for pen pressure, as in up here. Hopefully you guys can see. Yeah. So up. I'm gonna make sure you can actually see. Or is my thing's in the way, isn't it? Oh, the bars are in the way. That's annoying. Right, because there is an option of smoothing. Then there is the airbrush, and then there's. Don't you just normally hang over these things? Always use pressure for opacity. When off, brush preset controls everything. So that would be there, I'm guessing. There might be. So I'm guessing it's there. And so let's. Okay, so that's how that works. But smoothing, there is smoothing, and it's at 10% currently. So if I bring this up, let's go 50%, and let's try and make a nice curl. Oh, that does feel a bit better actually. Because if I go light, and then go heavy and harder, and really push down. Unfortunately, you can see where I started pushing down harder because it messed up my circle. So let's go back to here. And let's go... I want to take away that eyebrow. So let's give this a try. Let's go... It's definitely giving a smoother look, but there's now... That's another learning curve to add. Totally screwing that up. Totally screwing that one up. Then there is a symbol up there, the pen with the circles. Yeah, that's the one that I was on for pressure. So now, yeah, that. Yeah, I just need to make sure I put more pressure down. So I've got that ticked, and the flow is at 100%. Yeah, so it's the best I can go. Then the bending mode's normal. So I just need. I'm just not good at eyes. I'm trying to sort of be as soft as poss. But obviously now we've gone for that. So there's the original blue. So let's go up to the sample color. Oh no, it's up there. There we go. Oh yeah, but now the only problem here is the consistency towards. I guess you want to have that pressure when you're doing the outlines, but you want it softer pressure when you're, or no pressure when you're actually doing the coloring in. So, well, hang on, that skin's still off there, isn't it? I got back to getting rid of excess skin just around the eyeball. So obviously this is going to be on Twitch, so how much of this is actually going to be showing, we do not know. So we got, can you maybe go to the settings or the software? I could do. I could see what's in the properties. I don't know how much. I don't think any of this shows up on your guys' screen, does it? Because it's just seeing thing in total. Right, so. So I'm not doing a display capture, I'm doing a Windows capture. So, but inside of Photoshop, share, export, import. Where's properties gone? See, this is another dodgy thing about going from Mac to Windows to Mac. The properties are not where they're supposed to be, which is kind of annoying. Preferences. There we go. Preferences general. Okay, so it was under edit. So I'm guessing that isn't showing up. Right, so I'm going to go to interface. See if there's anything in here. Not much that I can see. Adobe products are notoriously bad with Windows capture. Oh yeah, no, I've been using Mac for so long that there's some things that just work so much better on a Mac. But I guess the best of both worlds is have both. Obviously, no one's that rich, or a lot of people aren't that rich. I've barely been able to get this going. Is there something in Windows Ink? Usually no context menus get captured. Ah, okay. That's a pain in the arse. Windows Ink. What is this Windows Ink? This is new to me. Windows Ink. Windows Ink workspace settings. There's a thing. Okay, so hang on, see if I can transfer what you guys are seeing. So let's go. Where's it got? Overlay, Neon, M50, Photoshop question mark. I love that Photoshop question mark. Alright, so see if it is. Skin and Vid, Streamlab, Wacom. Hang on. Discord, Twitch, Photoshop. No, that's not even on the list, which is a bit of a shame. Right, so let me go to my PC gaming setup. And then change it to a display settings. There we go. Just need to make sure which one you guys are seeing now. Yeah, hopefully there's no porn. Let's go to there, desktop number 2, and I want to go to desktop number 1. Okay. So here we go, guys. Yeah, welcome to my desktop. Aha. Yeah. So, what do we got? So this is Windows Pen and Windows Ink. So choose which hand to use. You write with. I probably should change that because I kind of do both, but I actually for writing and stuff, I'm actually right-handed. So that would actually help. That would quite possibly help. Show cursor. Yes. Let me use my pen as a mouse. In some desktop apps, no, I don't want to use my pen as a mouse. I like my pen as a pen. Ignore touch input when I'm using my pen. Handwriting. What's we got here? I do have software for the tablet. Yes, I do have software for the tablet. There's back on preferences. So now you can see everything that's going on. And see where that ended up. Where did that end up? I was there. Ta-da! Make sure you guys can see that. And let me minimize. Let me cancel that. I'll minimize that, and that way you can see clearly what's happening here. Right, so let's have a quick look. I'm not sure if this is really going to do much. I think the Wacom software is probably going to give more details. Click sounds, double click distance, erase fill, and tip fill. It's one of the best ones I can go for, I guess. There's probably something in here to make things a little bit better. Oh, that's the touch function, that's the pop-up. Point speed. Double tap speed, scrolling speed. Maybe bang it up a bit. See if that helps. See, but now I'm really worried that this is now going to crash the stream. But I think that should help. So let me slide back over into me overhead cam. Top down view. Okay, so that is now... Yeah, that's now back onto Photoshop alone, which is hilarious because you can see Photoshop now and I can't. It's not even on my screen. That's hilarious. So let's bring Photoshop back up. Okay, right, so what am I doing? I'm doing on the blue. So I want to go brush. I want to get back to black. And let's have a little look. So let's go. That is looking better actually. What tablet are you using? It's a Wacom Bamboo Fun. It's a CTH669. and it's hilarious because it's an older one, and it basically stopped working on my Mac. They just stopped supporting it, and then when I got the PC for streaming, it started working again. And yeah, I was kind of happy. I managed to pull it out and start using it again. So I've never got fully used to it, and I'm still new to a lot. I wouldn't say new. I've been using computers my entire life, but getting used to the new Windows, like Windows 7 was the last one I used regularly. I didn't do 8. 9 wasn't even a thing, was it? And then 10 became a thing. But yeah, it's coming along. I think I still need a nose. I never did do that nose, did I? Because there was the original hint of the nose. But you know, it's doing what it is. I'm just wondering, do I go? I should probably give this a bit of a fine line, I think. But instead of using like a nice big one, giggity, I should use like a really small. Where are we at? We're at 5 pixels. Let's get it down to 1 pixel. I see this feels lagging now. This is what I don't like about the flow messy aroundy. Because look how far behind the flow is away from where I'm actually using the finger. But it is definitely smoother. It's definitely smoother. I'd definitely say that. Where's the whites of the eyes? There we go. Whites of the eyes. Pick this back up. Press X to switch back to white. I've just got to do things much slower than what I'm used to, I think. Let's see that. I think that looks a bit better. Now there's literally, what was it? There's like a few pixels. But the eyes, there's something. I need to work with the eyes. And the nose. The nose clearly needs working. Maybe that's too big. Right, so what are we on? We are on 9 pixels. Let's get down to 5 pixels. Oh. No. Skip the skip. Skip. Oh, does that work? One thing I probably should do is I've got my piercings on this side, but I do tend to wear my dots on this side. So that is a question. Do I go for the dots or the nose rings? That's curiosity. Well, not curiosity, but that is a thing. Ooh, where are we going? But thank you so much, Mellow. Strange Mellow. It's Strange Mellow, not Melody. I think I called you Melody earlier one. Sorry about that. Or just Strange. I like Strange. Doctor Strange? we're using our made-up names. They're brush settings. Yes, there's definitely brush settings. Over here somewhere. There. That one? And let's see if these even pop up. No, these don't pop up once again. Yeah, I'm in brush settings. I think you'd go with the usual cam perspective. Yeah, that would make sense, Mr. B, wouldn't it? Because you see my dots, but you don't see... I'm guessing you don't see my nose rings very often because it's literally on the other side of my face. So I would say definitely go for that. Yes, there is brush settings. I have so much to learn about these things because we don't use these in photography. There might be a setting. The size. And shall I switch back to that the PC? Let's go back to the PC view. Okay, so now you can actually see my screen a bit better. So yeah, so here's me brush settings. And I've got things like scatter, texture, dual brush, color dynamics, transfer, brush pose, noise, wet edges. Ooh, that sounds kind of kinky. I like the idea of wet edges. Sorry, I love a double entendre. I'm a juggler and a photographer, so I'm used to, using many an innuendo, which is hilarious. And it might be on the right. Might be changeable. And don't forget the tunnels in your ears. No, I don't know if you noticed, but I did actually leave a nice big space for the tunnel in my ear. What I probably need to do is I need to find a way. It would probably be... Oh, yeah. I'm gonna just have to do... Right, now, hang on. We go up here. We go there. We go there. I need brush. Oh, I can't actually see which one it is now. Proper brush. Is that the proper brush? Yes, that is the proper brush. I don't get these other ones. But, so I'm gonna go... Nice big hole like that to be one. The question is, it's not going to show up. I was going to put a hole through it, and that made me realize how bad that outline actually is. So let's go to the eraser tool. Let's take off that excess. Let's go back to the brush. Wow. I know I fucked up that last bit, but that felt so much better. As long as I'm going slowly and I don't rush it. No, that was too... it's a learning curve. It's all a learning curve, isn't it? There we go. That felt good. And that curve, like, did you guys notice that curve? That curve looked so much better. Okay, your settings are right. I don't know why your lines look like this. Do you know what? There is an entire chance it's complete incompetence on my side. That could entirely be it. Yes, Mr. B could be completely correct on that one. This is a gigantic learning curve, and it is getting... Oh, it's all right. I know you love me, honey. No, it really... I think it is. It's just a case of getting the settings down to what I want and not trying to rush it, you know? So I think it's a case of I just need to get my settings down, get my timing down as well. I think that's the really important thing with this. Hang on, is that the right one? That one. There we go. Yeah, not try to rush it. I'm not in any hurry. I'm not streaming... Hang on, I'll be streaming in 3 hours. So I'll be doing... What are we doing tonight? Oh, new game tonight we'll be streaming. We'll be doing Full Throttle, I think. No, not Full Throttle. Grim Fandango. So if you guys are at all interested in... I don't know if it's at all your thing, stranger. But you are more than welcome. Sorry, strange, not stranger. Or mellow. What do you prefer? Do you prefer strange or mellow? Or do you prefer to be strangely mellow? Right, so I think we're getting somewhere. With these settings, with these new settings, I think we could actually do a lot of good. A lot of good in the world, guys. But I think, yeah, there will be little bits here and there that I need to. It's on me, sadly. I can't export these off to other people. Well, I guess I could. But at the same point, I can't afford to pay. So, but it's the eyes. It's really the eye. If I could get one good eye, if I can get one eye good, I could always copy paste it and then move it over to the other side. Right. So what are we on? We're on outline. Oh no, wrong one. We need to be on the brush. Don't know. Wow. Right, so let's do this properly. Come on. Pen, brush. We want the skin tone from up there. I'm going to fill that in there. Did that even go? No, it didn't. It did not go. So I want to fill that bit in there, and then I want to go... Did I just do what I think I just did? No, I didn't. Good. Okay, so... And then we want the darker tone. We want to go to the shadow, and we want to fill in those gaps. Yeah, but look at that. That bit there, that is really dodged. So, let's go black. Let's go erase. Let's go large, because yeah, this whole section here, it's odd. Because that's the outline we want. Outline. I believe that is just my flesh channel, isn't it? Tunnel. So, you do not need to be at the top. You do not need to be at the top of my pedigree champ. you could pretty much go all the way down to the skin level and not be affected. Actually, you could actually be moved a tad. So yeah, so there we go. That's good. So let's go back to outline, and then I want to get that. I just want to get that curve a wee bit better, you know. Like, I know the ultimate challenge for artists. Like, I remember there being a story about, like, someone said that they were like a great artist. I think it could have been like Da Vinci or something like that. And someone basically said, nope, that was terrible. Yeah, someone basically said that challenged this great artist to do to prove how good he was, and he just drew a circle, but it was like this perfect circle, this like mathematically amazing circle. And yeah, just went mic drop, just went, there's a circle, bam, motherfucker, there you go. And yeah, that I know that for some, nope, I have a feeling there's no way of me creating a perfect top of my head. That feels like it was better, but it was nowhere near. That wasn't bad, actually. That was not bad. Right, so let's try. I was going to say let's try to continue that, but yeah, failed straight away. Right, I should probably move. Oh, no. Undo that. No, I'm trying to get the corner of this. The sample picker that you guys can't even see. It's hilarious. Because it doesn't need to be that big. Yeah, that curve is definitely better. I do think that curve is better, guys. So I'm going to go back in with my erase tool. Bring that brush down. Make sure we're on the right bit. And then obviously the join where we joined it before. Oh, come on. I just want to chip it a little bit. If you can get a nice angle. If you can get a nice angle, it works really well. I don't think so. Everyone can make their lines better besides the skill. I think it's a case of like practice. My partner is, she's an amazing artist, like mind blowing. One of my favorite artists, a girl called is it Christelle Baptiste? She does like amazing stuff. Like, what setting are we on? Are we on? Yeah, we're still on screen view, aren't we? So for showing me desktop, it's this lass here, and she does this like amazing artwork that I absolutely adore. And I introduced her to it. This is how much I love her work. Yeah, that's how much I love her work. And I introduced her to my girlfriend, and she is an art technician at a quite prestigious boys' school in South London. And she was like, oh, what was that artist's name again? And then sort of I said, hey, you know, do you know what? I'm gonna show it on my screen purely because pronunciation once again. So hang on, this is my pictures. Where are we going? Pictures. Wallpapers, port. Right, so this is it. It's Sharia Baptiste. So I throw it into the chat, but then you guys can look it up. So if you're into your art at all, highly recommend you checking out this lass's work. Unfortunately, you can't buy her work, or from what I've seen, I've wanted to for ages. But she's epic, and she does all this great stuff. So I've got a thing for the crows, as you can see from these. And this is there's Crowface. This is this guy here, and I think I had this time when he was going through these different emotions, dating this girl. It was a mermaid, and I'd put this mermaid as one of my ex-girlfriends. There's another one she does with a wolf, and one of my partner's names is Ilva, which is means she wolf in Swedish. So it was like she was the wolf. And my current partner, my main partner, this is the one I introduced you, the artist, is massively into the octopus, who, I don't think the octopus is in here, but there's the wolf. You can see the wolf there. There's the smoking guy. I used to smoke back in the day. And yeah, it's a bit hard to really show. But anyways, introduce it to my girlfriend one day later. She arrives with this to put on my fridge. Like, it's insane. Like some people, some artists are mind-blowing. And it always blows my mind. I know it sounds silly, but it always blows my mind every single time I see... I'm a performer. I used to dance. I used to juggle. I do fire, all that kind of stuff. And to me, it was just me having fun. It's me doing what I enjoy. But people would come up and say, "You're amazing. You're this, that, and the other." And I never understood it. But then I listen to like people that make music. You know, I actually see them playing an actual guitar without anything. You know, when I see artists draw and create, it amazes me. Whoa, that's it. Strange melody. Or strange melodies. Strange mellow. You are officially number 100. You did it. Not only your tips and your help and your conversations, you are actually number 100. I'm actually going to write it in my book. Number 100. And where's that go? Where's that go? Where is it? There it is. Where we are? STRANGE underscore mellow. Why do I keep saying melody? I just know melodies. There you go. You're number 100. You're in the book. Thank you so much for the follow. That is amazing. I'm not even sure if you knew that. Did you know you were going to be 100? But yeah, no. Thank you. So that means I've achieved one of my end of year goals. So my hope was the end of year I would get 10 subscribers and 100 followers. And when I started that, I think I was on the 72 followers, and I think what was it? It's like 5 subscribers, and I'm now up to, well, whatever it is on the service up there actually. But hang on, let me switch back, because then I can actually see what's going on. Top down view. There we go. So this is a brand new view actually today, with the view up here. So, but it's hopefully something, because what is your ISP? What is it that you do? You know, that is different to everyone else. Like, you know, there's so many gamers out there, you know, so you need to find your unique selling point. And as a performer, as a photographer, I thought, yeah, I could come and I could do photo editing and show my skills on, you know, photography and editing, and share. Because my biggest thing is I love to share information. I love to teach. I love to go, hey, this is the thing. And that's how we get better. We share this information. And unfortunately, none of the computers I've had up until now could actually do the streaming and running, say, Lightroom or Photoshop. And so I'm really happy. Today's one. I shouldn't really be pushing it anymore, but you know, it's yeah, it's been great. And obviously new peeps come join, say hello, and yeah, I love it. I have seen the 99, so I knew it, but I have not known it might be a big thing for you. No, totally. Dude, every single person who comes in, I want to, like, I'm not just here to sort of do whatever. I want to get to know people. I want to enjoy conversations, grow, chat, support, and do it. And like, to me, like, I would rather have, you know, 100 followers who I speak to regularly, you know, than 10 million followers. Because silly enough, you can't communicate with each person if you've got like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. You know, I don't think any human being can do that. But if you've got like a small community that everyone knows everyone, they chat, they share, they chat in the Discords, they join me on multiplayer Mondays when I'm doing my multiplayer games. We do community stuff, we support each other. That means so much more to me. As I said, I never want to be rich. I never want to be rich. But being wealthy is something completely different. And maybe I got that the wrong way around. yeah, but money's never meant anything to me. The amount of people never meant anything to me. It's the quality, not the quantity. It's the enjoyment. Like, you know, building and growing. Like the last what, 3 months I've been streaming and meeting so many creative, wonderful people from all over the world. Like Mr. B, he's in Germany. He is doing a degree making booze, basically. And we connected over, I believe it was Monkey Island 2. And yeah, we chat quite regularly now, and I love that, you know. And one day I'd love to meet the beautiful bastard in person. Who knows what may happen, you know? Because I definitely need to get over to Germany at some point. But currently they're on their massive lockdown. We're on our lockdown in London. And oh, how rude of me! I didn't even ask where you were, dude. If dude be the title. Yeah, warning. I do use dude for both guys and girls, but I do also use hun for both guys and girls. To me, it's a unisex thing, but I know some people, they have their preferences. So, yeah, do you know what? Tell us a little bit, because I'd love to get to know you. You know, he, she pronouns, that kind of jazz. I just generally go by what information is given. But, and I keep saying melody, so my brain is thinking female, but Strange Mellow maybe is just more of a mellow, chill dude. I don't know. Let us know. But yeah, every follow, every sub, every bit, every comment. Like seriously, I'd love even just chatting. You know, there doesn't need to be the rest of the stuff, because part of why I do what I do is just to reach out, to chat, to get to know people, and suck at art, clearly. But you know, and you've been a massive help. Like you helped me with the smoothing. Look at that line. Look how sexy that line is now. Granted, there's a gap there and there, but in between those two massive scuffles, that was your advice, and you allowed me to get that nice smooth line. So I've just got to now do the rest of it like that. So where are we with there? So I want to get rid of that. Bring that up a bit. Let's get rid of that bit there. Do you think we can do that kind of curve? I think we can do it. Together we are stronger. But maybe not if I do it like that. You can make it even better. I just have to find the right thing. Now that's cool. We can do this. We can do this together. It is a joint effort. Good. Okay, I feel that was better right up until the end there. That was right up until the end. So it's getting a bit more consistent now. It's totally getting a bit more consistent. So let's go back to B. Oh, I lost it there, didn't I? That was a bit too wobbly. Yeah, that was a bit too wobbly, wasn't it? I have a feeling starting up here would probably get us a slightly better curve. So let's take it up to the top. Let's take it to the bridge. Do 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 do. Hey, do 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 do. Oh, yeah. And one thing I need to work on is the sound it makes. Like, can you guys see the little thing when you can set off the sounds? Is it sound lamps? Being a non-smoker, I still support a joint effort. I'm more of an edible kind of guy. Well, part of my name actually did come from the amount of cannabis that I used to take. Because in England, a nickname for Rizzlers, you know, the little papers, the smoking papers, a nickname for them was those are skins. And basically, because I was a really skinny boy, my brothers, as lovely as they are, they had a nickname for me, and it was originally Philly, short for Philadelphia. And it was the movie where Tom Hanks gets AIDS and dies, and they used to literally sing to me, "I was bruised and battered, I can tell you how I felt," which was the main song of the streets of Philadelphia. So yeah, so that was a bit evil and shit. The next nickname they had for me was Anna, which was short for anorexic, because yeah, body dysmorphia was apparently kind of funny for them. And obviously we grew up watching wrestling, like American and British wrestling, and that still wasn't good. So I always grew up with like heroes like the Macho Man, like Hulk Hogan, you know, like one of my all-time heroes. I actually have a tattoo that's based off of his tattoo. Is Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, and obviously that was my idea of what a man should look like. You know, like chunky, like, you know, muscular, and yeah. So obviously I grew up with that as an idea, and being as skinny as I was, being called Anna all of the time, kind of fucks with your head a bit, doesn't it? So and that linked with me smoking a lot of cannabis, the skins, being skinny, and it's literally how my name came about. It wasn't my birth name, but it is my official name now. I've changed all my names by Depot, and yeah, I've been skins for the better part of unofficially since I was about 12, officially since I was about 32, but I haven't gone by my birth name since I was about 17, 18. And yeah, I wouldn't. Oh no, this angle's bad. This angle's really bad. No, that's bad as well. Can I physically turn the board? See if this helps. See if this actually helps. So let's go undo. So I'm doing. No, this isn't gonna help at all. So I need to be. Nope, that did not help whatsoever. Not even slightly. Right, so maybe we're trying to do too big of a jump here. Or maybe, let me bring this over here. Maybe just this part of the actual deck could actually help. You can flip the image. That's not a bad idea, actually. Right, how do I do that with all of the layers? Canvas size, image rotation. Flip horizontally. Hey, there we go. I believe F is just full screen, actually. Yeah. F, it hides away excess stuff. But yeah, it was layer, no, it was image at the top. So it's image, and then you've got canvas size, or image size, canvas size, and then rotate image. And then you can flip it there. There probably is a shortcut, but that will probably help, actually. Oh, but I just need to get it right now. Yeah, okay, cool. Doosh. Bit too stretchy. Nope, I need to go slightly longer. Nope. This is going to be fun. Okay, let's try it this way round. It just looks like I'm going to cave my own skull in. Let's go slightly higher. No, this must be painful for you to watch though, as creative. I wonder if I could get like lens cap. Let's see if I can do this in a good way. Let's go new layer. I'm gonna go. Let's go over to there. Oh, that's terrible. All right, so, but let me see if I can magically get this to work. Right, technically, is that cheating? Would you say that was cheating? If I do that, and then I raise the excess, turns out that lens cap was really, really big. So, let's go move tool. Not at all, but you can make it by yourself. Yeah, no. I practice. That's how we get good at this. I do think practice. Let's delete that layer. Technically, anything is cheating. No worries. Well, I do agree. Like doing it proper. Ow, please. Right. Yeah, I forgot about the whole tooth. Give me 2 secs. I need to. There we go. Yes, power set mom. Yeah, I've had a toothache pretty much the whole of lockdown. And then I went to a dentist as everything started to open again, and they were going to remove a tooth, and then they decided that they wasn't sure what tooth it was, so they basically said they're going to postpone until they know better. So currently, I am basically having a combination of taking paracetamol or Jack Daniels. Literally just whisk it around like a mouthwash. But for now, paracetamol. Yeah. Weirdly enough, I ended up coughing more from the paracetamol and the cold water than from the mouthwash. Thankfully, I'm not doing any driving today. I'm at home. I can be nice and chilled. I've got a pizza in the freezer. I've got everything I need for food. And I've got coffee, which is always good. Right, actually, let me move that out of the way, because now I can see what's being said. Also, a tip is to lower your stability on your brush settings. Okay, so let's go to the brush settings. Right, stability. Let's have a look. See if we can find the stability. I'm guessing it's not under brushes. So we've got shape dynamics. Roundness. Okay, scattering. It's not under scatter. It's not under textures. Spacing, scattering, count. No, it's not under dual brush. Saturation, brush purity. I wonder what brush purity is. There's so many settings here. Like so many. It's a bit odd. Right, the noise. I'm assuming it'll just be noise. What is the wet edge? I'm still curious about this wet edge thing. We've got it's hard to explain something because Photoshop has different terms for everything. So I'm assuming you do this as well. So what software do you use? Out of curiosity, like do you use a dedicated artist software, or do you use like Paint? I'm not quite sure. So I'm curious. Also, that line there, the under my eyebrow, that's really dark. Right. So. So we're on the outline. Clip Studio Paint and Paint Tool SAT. Ooh. So are these professional stuff, or is this like prosumer, kind of enthusiast? I think is the term I'm looking for. Oh, do you know what? So yeah, drawing software. Okay. See, I have Photoshop because I'm a photographer and I have Photoshop and Lightroom. But then one of my partners, this was her original tablet before I got one and swapped it with her, and she loved to draw. So finding out these names is always good to have, so I can share it with her and see if it's something that she would like. Hang on, where's my Discord gone? There it is. So no, it's there. Still getting used to Discord. It's still always a fun. Right, so I'm going to pop that there and go back to where we're going. So Paint Tool SAT is free, and Clip Studio Paint costs $50 and is the most professional. Handy that Streamlabs dropped my Discord in there just as I said that. I didn't even mean to. Okay, so one's free, one's $50, and yeah, right, it's for professionals. Is that like a one-time payment, or is that like a subscription? Because Photoshop has been doing subscription for the last several years, and I get the photography package, which is basically Lightroom, Photoshop, and Bridge, I believe, and that's £10 a month. Or I don't know what that is. I mean, when you say bucks, do you mean American? Or because I'm not actually sure where you're at. Where are you in the world? Are you somewhere local? Are you European? Are you out in the States? I feel like I need to erase all of that. You're in Europe. Okay, cool. So when you say bucks, I'm assuming you mean euros? And that's massive assumption, I know. Okay, I didn't like that, but I like the beginning bit. Let's switch back. Damn it, did it again. Damn it, Dilo. Yeah, so $60. Okay. Oh, don't worry. I'm in England, so I'm used to pounds. And I spent a lot of time. Well, I did spend a lot of time in Sweden, so I'm used to krona as well. I'm not super used to euros. I think I do have the odd euro hanging around the flat. I used to love collecting, like, basically because I loved traveling, but I could never afford it. So I would often ask my friends if they were going like off somewhere, would they bring me back like a note? Like, it doesn't need to be like $100, but like $1, or like, you know, like having a little bit of money, like the little random change you end up forgetting. And then I'd collect them. So I ended up with like loads of. I don't think I'm doing anything better here. Yeah, so I ended up getting quite a collection. But euros, I still don't think I have any euro notes. I've definitely got some euro coins in my change jar. But then, you know, it is what it is. The last time I was in Europe was in, I want to say 2017, I think. I did an event in Italy. And yeah, that was the last time I used euros. Because every time I got to Sweden, because my family's over there, I use krona. And then I have a habit of going further afield. Like outside of Sweden, the last time I was away was in China. In 2018, I think it was. I was there to shoot an artist. Oh, come on. I'm trying to think. You should get like some kind of sheath to put over my hand. Like, let's see if it's just my skin. See if it's my skin getting caught on the bamboo, the tablet. Let's see. Like, weirdly enough, that actually was a bit better. What do you think? Your Discord invite link not working. What? That's odd. Invalid. That's not good. Thank you for the heads up, though. Do you have to constantly invite people to the server? Your invite link expires in 1 day. Right. There we go. Select expire after never. Maximum number of users. No limit. Grant temporary membership. Right, so let's go. Generate new link. Copy. I don't know why it's done that, but that's the second time I've now had to go into thingy. So let's go. Where is it? Discord. There. Thankfully, I actually had this open from earlier. Dish. And confirm. Okay, so let's try that one again. DISCORD. Discord. Your Discord invite link not working. Why did that not come up? That should come up, right? Maybe she could have just shared it, right? Bang that in there. DISCORD. There we go. Well, I could have sworn I did put that at the beginning. Yeah. Or did I think I may have put an L instead of an exclamation mark. Oh, I think I put a 1. I think my shifts didn't go all the way down. Right, that should be working now. Do let us know though. That should. Skins Elliot server. Yes, there we go. Sweet. Okay, so that should be working. Thank you so much for letting me know on that. I didn't actually set that up to be a straight. Yeah, I didn't set it up as a forever lasty because I didn't think it would do that. Right, so let's get back to where we're going. So we're definitely getting there. It's definitely coming along. But this perfection-y bit, yeah, you guys are still on that one. But what I didn't want, one of the things I didn't want on this occasion was to clip the top. One thing I didn't want to do on this occasion. So what I might do, so let's do all. Right, so let's just choose every damn layer that's on this game, on this. Go to there, go to control there, and just bring that down a wee bit. Okay, so we'll go there, and then turn that off. Turn those two off. That should get us back to where we were at. I think that was the original outline. Yeah, so look at that difference. Okay, I really want to help fix the line. It really bugged me. I'm sorry. I wish I could help it, but look at the difference though. Look where the original line was this one here, as you can see, and look how much smoother, so much smoother in comparison to where we started. Because that was number one. I think that was number two, but I could have sworn we did a second outline. So we're definitely doing a lot, much better than where we were. That, I'm proud of that. We've come this far, you know, and it is getting there. It is slowly getting there. I just need to like work out this line a bit better. Because I have a feeling it's not a natural line. Yeah, there's something between these lines. Because we're definitely getting there. I do think we've come a long way. We've come a long way, baby. As hang on, who was that? Was that Fatboy Slim? I think that was Fatboy Slim who did that song. Because the line looks so folky for some reason. So sorry if it's annoying you with that. Like, dude, seriously, I have CDOs as well. Yeah, and I even call them CDOs because they need to be in alphabetical order. I am a sucker for wires. I hate, with a passion, I hate wires. So seeing them lying around the flat and stuff, it drives me insane. And anyone who knows me knows that I am drilling holes through walls. Like my MacBook setup is next door, and it has and it just has the wires coming through the wall to the screens. At the moment, that screen behind me, still that horrible green tilt because Linux and the quartering don't seem to. I don't know if it's them. I thought it was the wire, but it doesn't. It only affects certain videos. Maybe it's 4K. Maybe it's 4K. Maybe that's the big secret. But I'm sure it would happen more often. But anyways, back to the point. Totally understands that little things like that bug you, and you want to fix it, and you want to get it working. Because that's how I think we all feel. Like we all want things to just look right. It messes with your head. Like to me, anyways, it really messes with your head if things they're not quite right. They're slightly off. Unfortunately, my entire bloody flat is like that. It's some cheap South London build. That there's no right angles here. All the walls are crooked. Like trying to paint the wall, you even if you do a perfectly straight line, part of it will be on the wall, and the other part will be on the ceiling. The shelves. I've put up so many shelves in this apartment where technically it's on the spirit level, it's 100% straight, but you step back and it looks wonky. So you have to kind of do like a balancing act between actually being straight and matching where the straightness of the ceiling or the wall is. So I do get it. Want to use your skinny back to the new way? Yeah. Oh yes, I did start that yesterday. The slot machine. So Yeah, so I want to have a go at this live on stream, because why not? Right, so we do exclamation mark. Slots. Is it slots or slots? Slots. And then I'm going to do 10 skinny bucks. No, let's go for 100. Let's see. And I lost. Actually being straight is boring. Yep. Yeah, I can totally agree with that. I can totally agree with being... I don't know. I know a lot of... Like, I'm majority straight. I've always said I was bi-curious, but my girlfriend is bi, but she has her girlfriends and her boy. I have my 2 girls. So, and sometimes it's good to be straight. Like, if you're a shelf and you're shelf holding marbles and you want to keep marbles on the shelf, then it's good to be straight. But then again, sometimes it's hip to be square. Sometimes it's not at all. Now, losing bucks is always bad. Yeah, but you know what? At least I'm losing bucks on my own chat, so that works out. But so far, I did 2 tests last night and 1 test live today. So obviously, I was doing some tests, but I wasn't streaming. So I've done 3 slots now, and I've lost every time. I haven't won once. So that kind of sucks. But you know what can you do? I can put that there. Yeah, so I've got my tiny little screen off to the one side. So now it shows my Streamlabs labels, which is like all my events and stuff that's happening. And then below that, I've got my Twitch chat. So I can at least catch up. Oh, wow. That was a lot of bucks. Is it going to work? $1,000, but am I missing something? There isn't an answer coming up. But I didn't trigger anything. Why didn't you trigger anything? Why did I trigger exclamation mark slots SLOTS 1000? That is a curiosity now, isn't it? So where's slots gone? Hang on. Stores, pose, betting. Is it under betting? Giveaway? No. Userman. Store. No. No, not there. Not there. Why is it working for me but not for you? Timer. No. Oh, there it is. Timer. Slots. Why is it under there? Edit. Oh no, that's the reminder, isn't it? Commands. Stream, hug, def, follows, games. Lurk, so, and Discord. Hang on, mods, tools. Names, nope. Where was it? I was screwing around in there. Hang on. Ooh. Have you hit the limit? How many points do you have? How many skinny bucks do you actually own? Do you have 1,000 skinny bucks to gamble away? Because 100 worked. You have 7k? Wow. So you definitely have enough. Right, catch protection, symbol protection, link protection. These are all the mod stuff. Because you know when you're just looking around, you're saying, hey, what does this thing do? Hey, what does this thing do? Right, there we go. Slots, machine, preferences. Okay, so it should be general. The minimum amount is 10. The maximum amount is 10,000. There's emotes. Oh, you can choose you can choose different emotes. That's good. Combos. Maybe it's a cooldown timer. I don't know. I really don't know. That's weird. All right. Exclamation mark. SLOTS 100. Let's go 1,000. With the space, right? Okay. It worked for me. Is it giving me special privileges? Special privileges because I have. Or maybe it's only one at a time? Maybe? Exclamation mark. Slots. You are writing the same thing I'm writing, just to confirm. Yeah. That's odd. Alright, so the only preferences that are really here is general, loyalty, emotes, and combos. Yeah. I don't know why. Bit odd. Definitely a bit odd. Right, so add combo, general, save settings. And it's saved. So I go back. Because there's also duels. You can duel other people. Allow viewers to duel with each other for points. Should we turn that one on? Duel preferences. Save settings. So, let's put that on. And, okay, so, apparently this one now... Exclamation mark, Dewey, D-U-E-L. At... I go for you, Mr. B. D-R. No, not me. D-U-E-R. Duel. At... B. And then what is it? And then points. So let's go 100. You can accept or deny within 2 minutes. You won the draw versus the and you won 100 points. Feel good, man. There we go. That was fun. You can duel me in a fight. So we totally need to get that one going. I'm assuming that one's gonna work. Can you do me one favor? Do another slot just for like $10. You just got 100 off me anyways. So see if it's just a case of you spammed it a bit too much, or I spammed it too much. There we go. Okay, so maybe it's a maybe it's a cooldown timering kind of thing. Like you can only do X amount for so long, but it doesn't tell me which one. But anyways, we should probably get back to the game, because otherwise, otherwise Strange is going to go. What are these guys doing? Because what are they doing? Right. So, because they could still just be out there doing the research. Because Strange was looking out for new, exciting ways of getting these brushes looking good. Because sometimes these brushes do come out quite nice. Let's get the... Yeah, it seems like a cooldown. No, definitely. I'm going to put the... timestamp for new messaging. Yeah, I'm going to put the timestamp on. I don't know if that appears on your side as well, but we can kind of see when it works, or when it would work. So, yeah, 47 was the one that worked. Then 48, it didn't work. But it didn't give me the option, really. So slots machine, slots there, and then points, and then it doesn't really, like, under preferences, it just says loyalty, minimum amount, 10, maximum amount, 10 grand, but it doesn't actually give a cooldown timer slot thing. I guess we'll find out. Anyways. Right, so, where are we? We're going to be... Probably should be zooming in here a bit more. Yeah. Also, we have no idea... Oh, hang on. Did the wrong one there. Right, so undo that. And let's get back to the skin. I'm going to... Skins is removing excess skin from skins. Am I... I think am I preferring my head this way around? I definitely need to get a rush over, though, to play with my eyes. Oh, no, I'm doing that the wrong way around, aren't I? No. I keep bringing up the GeForce graphics card I got for this computer. It has a options menu, and it's Alt and Z to access. But I'm sure, Mr. B, you'll get me on this one. Alt and Z is very similar to Command and Z on a Mac, which is the undo bloody key. So the amount of times I've pulled up my graphics options menu to undo, and instead of actually doing what I actually want. So yeah, that's becoming old very quickly. So let's fill that bit in. Where are we at? Is there something else pop out, or something else disappear? That's always the way. Let's go in there. We'll tidy up all of this gunk around here. Then we take our darker level. We go to the shadows, and then we fill this in here. Okay, so The back of my head. The back of my head is looking pretty good. I give it that. I do want to add a bit more edge to these shadows. I know I generally have a soft light. But I just need to get, as we've said, I need to get better at, I need to get better at the smooth angles, you know? Right, so let's zoom back out again. Let's get that shadow sorted out there, because that's looking very B. And not in a Mr. B kind of way. This is just bad. Bad B. That shadow is completely off from my nose. But then again, where did my nose come from? I actually don't know what layer my nose is. I don't think it's in eyes. Oh no, it is in eyes. Okay, for some reason my nose is in the whites of the eyes. And this is why I was saying about always make sure that you name your layers. So let me go back up to outline. We've got a brush. Yeah, we've got a brush. We want it in a black. So let's flick over to the black there. Maybe that was a bit of a silly nose. I don't know. Is that a silly nose? I think that's a silly nose. That's a very silly nose. Right, so let's bring that up. Let's bring that around and over. And that over there. Is that a silly nose? That's a very silly nose. So let's get rid of all of that. I feel like I've got a really big nose, like a massive hooter. But I'm not sure if that... coming out or not? Like, if it comes out. Okay, that looks like I've got a set of balls on my face now. I've got a ballsy nose, quite literally. Butt face. See, to me, it was more hanging testicles than butts, but it definitely worked. But yeah, no, because the design I went for, like the tracing one, should we say, this one, he's got this kind of pig-ish snout going on, but it doesn't appear in any of the other ones. So let me see if I can bring that one up. It was the only bitmap image. And I think it's the only... Yeah, there we go. Can I open this because the file cannot be found? Okay. Where did it go into download? I think it actually went into my 2 terabyte streaming tools, image source files, emote stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let me bring this in and up and into there. Okay, so this was the yeah, hang on. The smeg. Hang on. Oh, thank God. I got so scared then. I thought we had lost it. I thought I'd brought that in and completely lost it. Right, so this is where we got the original sort of idea from. And yeah, he's gone for like a very snout nose. The eyes are off, but then he has these big eyes in other shots. So it's like, which one do we go for? How about a security save then? Good idea. Very, very, very good idea. Save as. Right, so we're not in overlays. We are in emote stuff. I don't even know what we're going to call this one, actually. So originally I started off with wanting like a hello kind of one. And I've ended up with this screaming kind of one. So I'm going to call it Scream. And let's go into there. Let's call this SCREAM Scream 001 PSD save. Very good idea, Mello. Very, very good idea. Thank you for reminding me of the existence of the save button. Bull face, bull snout. Oh, oh. Oh, what one do I go for? You guys are too good. Too good. I feel like I should put the balls back on now. Like, is that what you guys want? You want me to get back to balls on face? No, not that one. So my cat just came back home. Hello, Cthulhu. Cthulhu was saying hello. Yeah, the eyes. It's just the eyes and the nose. I think it's where you generally start, isn't it? Because like when you do something, you end up doing this kind of shape like this, and then you do that, and then you kind of do that and that, if I remember, and then you kind of do your eyes on this line, and then your nose goes from this line down to this line, and that's right on. Yeah. Hello, Cthulhu. Yes, can I help you? Ah. Mello, this is Cthulhu. Cthulhu, Mello. He is a cat that likes to strutty stuff. He is quite talkative. Meow, meow. 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 Meow, meow. See, told you. They probably want food. So I should probably give him some food, otherwise they're gonna I give him another 2 jumps. So he can't just stroll in off the streets and just go, I want food, feed me now. I've got to make him wait for it a little bit. Oh yeah, no, Cthulhu is my youngest boy. He is 6. No. Yes, no, yes, no. India. When I went to India, it was 2014. I got him a little while before then, and not because I was intending to. I got hired to shoot a wedding out there, and I'd shot their English wedding, and then apparently I impressed the mother of the bride so much they wanted me for the actual wedding, so they flew me and my partner at the time out there. So that was 2014. So that means he is 6. He'll be 7 in May, and Jinx, who's my old lass, she just turned 16, and she's tiny. So I've got a Cthulhu and I've got a Jinx. So there does seem to be a bit of a theme. Hello, Foobs. Back again. So that's 2. We'll wait for one more. So yeah, I probably should start with something like this. Actually, from the basics, and then build my way up. And have a little sort of like, hey. Yeah, hands are the other thing that I like eyes. You can't do. Just. Do you know what? In a really bad kind of way, that looks kind of cool. Maybe for the next emote. Yeah, no, definitely maybe for the next one. But look, see, it looked almost good. If you squint your eyes and don't look at certain details like the hand. Yeah, no, there needs to be a thing. Oh, hello. It's 4:30 already. Wow. That time definitely went by. Hey Siri, good morning. Hello. Penny, free to follow, and I'm reading my own Streamlab stuff. Sorry, I literally just made that one last night, so I didn't recognize it. Yeah, no, thankfully, obviously we've had. Oh, hang on, my monitor's stopped working. Oh, now I'm delayed. Oh no, I'm even more delayed than I was before. There we go. Mouse back again. Edward Edward Wafflehand. Nice. Oh yes, but that's the next one. Hang on. Let's just copy that over. There we go. I've officially named him. So Dush Edward Wafflehand. But yeah, so it's not that one we want. We want to get back to the scream apparently. But yes, some of that back. Oh, but see now I've left it and I've come back. Like if I keep comparing it to the old one, and I'm like, that's so much better. That's so much better. But then it's like a lot of art. You leave, you go away, you come back, refreshed with a new eye, and you're like, yeah, shit, that's pretty bad. Oh, hello, whatever it is. If you want to make me famous, you are more than welcome. But I'm not going to be clicking on random links to join follow accounts. Like, I don't get those. I really don't understand. Like, you pay money to get more followers, but the more followers you have, the less engagement you have. Like, there truly is less engagement. They are bots. Yeah, no, I know. They just pop up every so often, and it's like, what do you do? What can you do with them? Are they even? Yeah, I'm looking at my users in viewers in chat, and they don't have the decency to give me the view count. It just randomly popped up. How long are you going to stream? Because I need to get with. Do you know what? I'm probably going to call it a day, seeing as the lights just went off, and I am streaming later on tonight. I'll be streaming from 6 till 10. So yeah, I'm probably gonna call it. A URL ending in Russia. Is that Russia? Screams drive-by virus. Nice. Yeah, no, I try to avoid things like that, definitely. But yeah, no, I might actually call it a day. I think we've got quite far. We've got, what was it? I'm gonna quickly resave this. So save as, and where was your guys' beautiful names earlier? Right, so Bull's face. Hang on. Bull's face and Bull's node. Bull's node. Oh, see, I said snout earlier, didn't I? Bull's snout. Okay, yeah. So I've saved it as that. Bish bash bosh. Done and done. There you go. You can see it up there. Oh, and I'm getting a knock at the door. Excuse me for just one sec, guys. I'll be right back. Delivery. Right. So I have saved the game. Oh, I've saved the game. I've saved the thing. So I am... Yeah, I'm going to call that a night for that. Would you guys like to see what's in the box? Let me know. What's in the box? What's in the box? This means I can actually use my top-down screen. So, I'm going to add it to my intermission. Let's go, where are we going? Video capture device. We're going to add what is named a GoPro, but it really isn't a GoPro. Actually, maybe this should be the other way around. What do you guys think? Do you think the big screen should be on the top? And my face should be at the bottom? I've got this backwards, is basically what I'm saying. As long as it isn't a head. It would be an interesting shaped head. Because I don't think most heads come in this kind of design. This packaging. Right, but at least now I can actually raise this up. Yeah, do you know what? I've totally got this the wrong way around, haven't I? So, let's turn that one off. Let's go to the intermission wide angle. There we go. And then I can add the M50 and then bring that... Oh, no, I did that wrong. Put that to there. Go back to the M50. Shrink that down. And put me over in the corner there. How's that looking? Is that looking good? Right, so let's have a little look. Let's get my knife out. We can see it is from Amazon Basics. So ooh. Yeah, maybe slightly overkill for our purposes here. So let's throw this one away. I actually got this one in Tintagel. It's a small town in Cornwall, in the southwest of England. Absolutely stunning and beautiful. It's where a lot of the pagan myths come from. Things like King Arthur and that kind of like. It's getting these things going. So let's throw that off to one side. Throw that off to one side. And oh my god! It's a box! We got a box in a box! Who would have thunk it? Ugh. Yeah, no, totally. I've just realised that. Thanks, Mr. B. But I think I can trust you guys for now. Just when I upload it onto YouTube, I may have to censor that bit. I wasn't expecting a package, if I'm honest. I really wasn't. But yes, we have a box in a box. And I think I might know what it is. I'm not 100% certain though. Ah, yes, it is what I thought it was. Ta-da! It is a Visa mount. Yeah, it's a mount for the screen that I've got. So the screen that's sitting over there, that's currently vertically leaning against a light stand, which is actually holding my camera. It's one of those. So, yeah. It's not terribly exciting, I know, but thank you for taking part in my first unboxing video, like live on the stream. Ta-da! But yeah, it's yeah, it should work. So basically, put that on there. Visa mount, is it? Hey, it's a quick release Visa mount. This is my first quick release Visa mount. So it means I can slide shit on and off easily. So that would be quite nice, actually. Ooh, that way. So that goes on there. That slides. Ooh, go above it. Or below it? No, above it. Yeah, definitely above. Put that into there. That into there. Clips in, and then that will hold my screen. So yeah, this is all good. Something else for me to play with. So yeah, so that's that. So let's slide back into my intermission. Right, you go over there. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna call that a day because we've done a ton of work. Mr. B, thank you once again for joining us, and for all the other guys. For Mello, so exciting. Yeah, the best unboxing video ever. But yeah, no, now I've got the setup set up. It should make life a bit easier. And if I do end up getting more packaging, I will remember to cover my address. So thank you. Hopefully that didn't come out super clear. It was on a pretty terrible webcam. So my hope is that it can't be freeze framed and stuff, but we shall see. But yeah, no, I will try to get that set up before tonight's stream. So that would be nice. Such excitement, much unbox. It will come. It is only an Amazon Basics, but it will do the job it needs to do, and it will prevent bad things from happening to my camera equipment, which is what is a good thing. But yes, so I'm going to call it a night. Thanks so much for taking part, for helping. Mello, congratulations for being #1. Thank you so much for all of your help. Your tips were amazing. Did I say #1 or number 100? I'm not quite sure. I meant to say number 100. Like, that is a big achievement. You could put that on your Twitter bio as an achievement unlocked. Should have popped up at the bottom screen. Slots 1,000. Oh, Mr. B's going for the big one. Is it going to work though? Is it? Is it? Still nothing. But you did do it when you did 10. Okay, that's confusing. It works on 100 and it works on 10, but it doesn't work on 1,000. I don't know. We'll post that everywhere that I cracked the mighty 100. Yes, you did. You are more than welcome. So, anyways, you go get some food. Thank you so much for joining. This will hopefully be a more regular thing that I can do, doing the arts. But if you ever want to check out my streams, I generally, like, my regular streams are Sunday, Mondays, and Wednesdays from 6 o'clock, Great British time, or Greenwich Mean Time, should I say. And tonight we're going to start a new game. We're doing Grim Fandango, because on Wednesdays we do adventure point-and-click kind of games. So we've done Monkey Island, we're going to be doing Full Throttle, we're going to be doing some indie games as well, that follow that old standard. So that would be a thing. And it doesn't subtract any skinny bucks. Maybe it's another currency. I don't know. I honestly do not know. I will look into that, Mr. B. I definitely will. But it will definitely work out. So, yeah, Mello, you go get some food. Hopefully you can join us later on. No stresses if you can't, but it'd be, you know, great to have you on and to see your face again at some point soon. Mr. B, I hope you'll be on, but obviously, as usual, no pressure. And as I said, new game tonight. So, please, guys, take care. Stay out of trouble. Do some good stuff. Keep clean. Keep your hands washed. Follow the advice wherever you are in the world and see what it says. And, yeah, it should be a good stream. So, I'll see you then. If not, yeah, take care. Ciao, ciao. See you later, guys. Bye. Bye. Mwah.